Oh my god, I'm dying over here, man. I see that word zesty. Anytime I see somebody say the word zesty, I automatically think of that. You guys ever see that video? Nope, nope, wrong one, wrong one. We're skipping the intro. I'm late and gay, so we're skipping the intro. um, what is it? That dude who's like talking about? He's talking to like a live stream on Instagram or something, and he calls somebody a zesty fester. Zesty is a sexuality. Is that true, Serrano? Is that a thing? Like what we used to call metrosexual back in the 90s. You guys, I know Serrano's too old to know the term metrosexual. But that was the thing back when I was growing up, like as a teenager. Guys who were like well groomed, who dressed well, who had good, fashion sense, but who also weren't gay. Yeah, they called them metrosexuals. You never heard anyone say that? Oh no, dude, it was a thing. Vain guys turning gay, maybe. Maybe. I can't say that I was metrosexual, so I don't know. So I've never gotten a manicure in my life. The one time I got a pedicure, it was with my wife before our honeymoon, and I did it for the laughs. And it was funny because they actually painted a little flower on my toenail. And people will be like, "Oh, you're not embarrassed?" I'm like, "Guys, I'm gonna go on my honeymoon, and you know what happens." So it's like I really don't care. It's whatever. But yeah, metrosexual, that was a thing back in the day. That was a term. IT people before they bought knee-high stockings became femboys. Maybe, yeah. But it wasn't like it wasn't even like the dudes who were like the hipsters from the early 2000s. It wasn't. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could call them effeminate, but I think metrosexual were just the guys who were like, I don't know, had a pedicure to remove an ST ingrown. I don't judge guys that have a pedicure. I just don't. I would never pay for that shit. Like, I don't know. Zesty is what I call the flamboyance without all the groomery, creepy ideology. So yeah, metrosexual. Yeah, so, flamboyant without necessarily being gay. Hey, Vernum. Good morning. Dude, I had tea earlier. I should have had coffee. But it's all good. I'll live. Anyways, guys, tonight's gonna be a weird one because I did have some stuff to go over, but then I also was like, I don't know, none of it's really speaking to me, like there's a few topics that I definitely wanted to talk about, and the rest of it I'm like, Zoolander. Hey, Lucia. Now you are all done with your vacation, if I'm not mistaken, correct? I think you said that on the stream on, was that Saturday night we were playing Hell Let Loose? That game's actually a lot of fun. I played it for about another hour-ish, hour and a half last night, just for fun, and yeah, it was actually really good. Oh, Zoolander is the one who comes to mind when I hear zesty and metrosexual. I think you guys are mixing up. See, when I hear zesty, I think flamboyant, and I don't think metrosexual necessarily applied to being flamboyant so much as like guys who were well groomed and all that. Being that it's now Junior, you guarding the booty hole more than usual? Nah, man, the I've never been hit on by a gay man. I mean, maybe Patriot, but he knows I'm straight, so I'm safe. But like I've never got given off that, homoerotic vibe. No, I mean, Lucia, we'll talk briefly about the state of play. It's it's Sony. Sony's gonna make every bad decision they possibly can. I don't think we're gonna see anything from Intergalactic personally, but that's one of those games people are talking about. On my demo grind already, even though Next Fest isn't for another 2 weeks, I've got 50 demos. 50 demos, my god, man. Going that granular about the specific flavors of gayness is pretty gay. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, so let's get the usual bullshit out of the way. Stuff that I've come across that I had to share with you guys. Never been hit on by a gay man. I find that hard to believe, even I've been hit on by a gay here and there. Nah, man, I have never been hit on by a gay man. Like, legitimately, like, had someone make a pass at me. No. Like when a man knows more than 3 names for a single color. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that qualifies as pretty damn gay, not gonna lie. What is it about men? I don't know. It's whatever, guys. I'm not even gonna go there. There's gonna be enough gay stuff to talk about. I don't even need to go there. Who's messaging me on Twitter? Oh, Serranos. Oh my god, good to see the child predators being represented this month. Oh my god. It's from the Nashville Predators. Okay, I'll bring this up for you guys. Hey, Serrano, thanks for sending me that. I bookmarked that so I can pull it up on stream here. Holy shit. Oh man, that is unironically hilarious. Yo, I mean that is okay. All right, where's all my There's so much gay stuff on my computer screen right now, guys. It's not even funny how much gay stuff we got. This is crazy. Crazy. Haven't seen Patriot in a while. Is he doing all right? He was just in here the other night. Oblivion. I think you guys missed each other. High class tweet for sure, dude. No, so he put some stuff on Discord. I guess he's been going through a lot of shit. I don't know. Gonna talk about, yeah, we'll see what they talk about Wolverine. I have zero excitement for the Wolverine game. Like, not only do I not play superhero games because I think they're all kind of eh, but beyond that, it's Sony, it's Sweet Baby Inc., it's all this shit we've seen before. You installed the new Fable? Oh my god, man. Nobody installed the new Fable because that game's never coming out. All right, so getting back to, oh, where's my webcam? I'm hiding. There we are. All right. Saw this one conference amongst the rest of the pre-summer Games Fest Insider Gaming Showcase. Genuinely one of the worst I've ever seen. Looks like 9% shovelware. Oh, yeah, shovelware. That's something we'll talk about in a second, too. Dude, it's crazy because, I mean, as much as I want to support indie games, there's a lot of really bad indie games. And there's a lot of, like, the shovelware indie stuff, too. I saw somebody who either follows me on Twitter or who, like, retweeted or liked something I posted on Twitter. I went to their profile and she worked on like a zombie cat survival shovelware game. I'm like, that looks fucking awful. Like, not even gonna lie, it looks terrible. So yeah, I mean, as much as everybody loves based indie developers and all that, and we do, we really need more like indie and AA developers. There's a lot of really shitty indie games. I've watched women-led games, Black Voices in gaming before, even all the woke garbage, and they still have better games than that one. That's bad. That's really bad. All right. So I have to share this video now. Speaking which, this is one of those things. I saw I don't usually watch Asmongold for more than like, I don't know, an hour at a time if I'm like at work and I've got my earphones in, or if I'm watching like his little clip channel, right? But today he did his own Kool-Aid pineapple thing. Have you guys seen the pineapple in the Kool-Aid? It's this thing going around online right now. In fact, let me pull this up real quick. Let me see if I can find that. Double A's following their wake. It sure seems that way. It really does. Let me see if there's something on YouTube. Let me see if YouTube's got it. It's something explaining the pineapple in the Kool-Aid. Like where this came from. Why is it a thing? Let's see. Viral Kool-Aid pineapples. This is just why is this a thing, man? Honest to God. See, also the Latin American Game Showcase is a low-key banger. Huh. That's what white person equivalent was. I was confused because I would do that sort of crap. Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh man, no, 90%. Okay, let me show you. 90% of people doing this on YouTube are like black or ethnic, like non-white people. It's all black people. Not even kidding. There's one white dude. The rest are all like non-white. Oh, she's even got the baby hairs glued to her forehead. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Yeah, so basically they take a jar. First off, I didn't know you could get a jar of Kool-Aid. Am I crazy? Like, I never knew this, and I drank a lot of Kool-Aid as a kid growing up. But yeah, they just take Kool-Aid and sugar and pineapples and just soak it in all this shit for like a day in the refrigerator. And all black are the most tatted ghetto rat you've ever seen. I know who you're talking about. The chick who looks like she got no teeth, right? That little tiny, skinny tattooed chick. But yeah, this is one of those these weird fucking trends that I don't understand. I don't know why it's a thing, how it's a thing. Yeah, so they take the pineapple. Here you go.
Baby, tell them kids we got Kool-Aid pineapples at the house.
Oh, but what the
Baby, tell them kids we got Kool-Aid pineapples at the house.
what the hell is she saying?
Since when?
I see a lot of people pouring their juice out from the pineapples and using water. Baby, we're going to use that same coconut water that those pineapples come in and make Kool-Aid with. Our first batch, we're using the infamous blue raspberry. And yes, we are using 2 packets. We added in 2/3 a cup of sugar.
I swear to God, society is getting more retarded.
Back to the jar.
And
now,
fatter.
Don't get in my
Okay.
comments saying there's too much sugar, because, baby, you can never have too much sugar, okay?
Now, that might be true for you, and I'm glad for it. But this glucose gizmo doohickey on my arm, it telling me a different story. It's I can.
Sure you shake that jar up real good, and y'all, I love this blue color. Our next batch, we are using black cherry. Now, I haven't seen many people do this flavor, which made me wanted to try it even more, and then my daughter wanted to add some pink.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's like, yeah, this glucose device on my arm is telling me I can. I know a lot of cracker ass whiteys that do similar stuff. I look, I'm sure that there are white people, and in the South, like the amount of like sweet tea, the heavy amounts of sugar in the sweet tea that white people drink, absolutely. But dude, for real, this is not a white person thing. This one thing in particular, this is not a white person thing.
And we did, because you can't go wrong with mixing flavors. Add that 2/3 cup of sugar, mix it up real good, then add your pineapples back to the jar.
Imagine not being able to speak your own native language properly. Oh my God.
You ain't finna tell me that ain't gummy bear juice. That look just like gummy bear juice.
Yo, Camelot, rating the channel. Holy crap, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Welcome in, everybody. We are just getting started watching this unbelievable cringe.
What? I thought we already reached that destination, man.
To go along with our pineapples, we decided to add some crushed candy. Yes, to dip
Wait.
So we took $2 bags.
God. Tell me she didn't just add candy. Wait. Is that fresh fruit or candy? Dude, that's like Jolly Ranchers or something. Yo, welcome in, everybody. Camelot, dude, my man. Holy crap. Appreciate you, buddy. Now I actually have to, wake up and pay attention, dude. Come on. Who farted? My son. Apparently, he forgot to be, taking his Lactaid pills before dinner the last couple days, and I'm like, what the hell is that smell? And turns out that's what that is. All right. Now I'll go back up. Crap. I'm not starting the video over. I appreciate you, Camelot. Thanks a lot, man.
Pineapple Kool-Aid juice.
Yeah, we're about to get real big back. So
what? I thought we already reached that destination, man.
To go along with our pineapples, we decided to add some crushed candy. Yes, to
crushed. Oh, she said crushed candy. That's what that was.
And added it to my Ninja blender to blend it up real good.
I can't watch any more of this. Hey, Wally, Michael, Knife Boy, Light Revelation, Billy Hatcher. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate y'all for hanging. Pretty sure this just gave me diabetes. Yeah, Cage, honestly, dude, I love sugar. Don't get me wrong, I love sugar. I go through a lot of sugar in the course of my day. This is just disgusting. This is and I haven't actually watched anybody make this. I always assumed it was just jar of pineapples, Kool-Aid mix, and that was it. Getting the sugar food. Dude, honestly, it's so bad. Playing Halo a lot recently. Billy Hatcher, I have not played Halo since I beat the campaign for Infinite, and was ultimately very disappointed. I was pretty bummed. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty bad.
Ain't no way. Now, don't get me wrong now. That must look delicious. And also, in my case, deadly. Ain't no way. I couldn't explain that to my wife. Ain't no way.
Halo 2 and 3, hell yeah. Yeah.
Like I done lost my rabbit. I need special permission just to be in the same room is all that right there. What are you talking about? Drinking?
Oh, best Halos for sure.
And then dip in Jolly Rancher dust?
Dude, I can't. I just can't with all this Kool-Aid shit. Come on, man. Some good games nowadays. I mean, I've played some good games, but they're not necessarily the most obvious ones. Someone literally made a game called Ball and Gun where you shoot basketballs and demons at the same time. Its trailer is a praiseful quote from Khalif Adams. Oh, not Khalif Adams. Holy shit. Are you serious? This chat may have more people than Marathon on Steam right now. You might be right about that. Let me take a look here. Let me see. No, so my whole entire point about this was I don't watch Asmongold for consistently hours on end. But today I was I don't really feel like watching YouTube. I didn't want to listen to music. So I popped his stream on. I'm walking around my work with the headphones in. and I'm listening to and watching him make his Kool-Aid pineapple shit, and I was dying laughing. Like, it was probably the first time watching Asmongold I've actually, like, really enjoyed, laughing and having a good time. It was pretty funny. All right, hang on. Marathon Steam charts. Let me see here. And in fact, this will actually kind of tie in with something we're going to talk about in a minute here. Been playing fan games on a game engine called Dreams from PS4. You should look up the Cowardly Dog fan game. The guy who made it did a great job. It's something I'll have to look into. Resident Evil's big right now. Yeah, but honestly, I'm not that big. I've played like 4 or 5 Resident Evil games, and they're good. They're just not my main franchise I would play. Why did Marathon have a higher peak? Wait, is Marathon free to play now? Oh, it is. Okay, here you go. So, Marathon, I think right now actually is currently free to play on Steam, and it has only gone up by a couple thousand players for like its actual 24-hour peak. Dude, okay, wait. I always come up with segues. Well, it's not really a segue because we're going to talk about this anyways, but this is actually really funny because this is my entire point. I have been saying for months now, months. The game's been out for 3 months? But I've been saying for a while that if they make the game free to play, they are not going to see any difference because the people who wanted to try the game tried it in the open beta. They tried it when they could do the server slam and nobody else came back. The reason Marathon has a positive rating on Steam is because all the people that tried it for free didn't bother coming back to buy the game and leave a negative review. I bet those numbers are faked. I don't even know if they're fake, but the reality is, like, look, your game went free to play, and it currently only has a couple thousand more players than it did 24 hours ago. Like, that's insane. And I get it. This is currently a Monday night. I don't know. Gamers play when they're going to play games, right? All right, so all that to say, this has nothing to do with the Kool-Aid, but I saw this video on Twitter. I'm like, all right, I got to share this shit. Here you go. It says he fucking deboned this.
Never in all my years as a black man have I witnessed such negrosity in my life.
My God, that word negrosity. I'm gonna have to start using that. Let me see. Actually, like the games couldn't find one to play with. Which game? Funny you said she was blending up Jolly Ranchers because I just bought a box of those little flavor packets that are different. Dude, Jolly Ranchers are actually pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Shaped store ass reaction. Is it not free? Maybe it's people who are actually coming back anticipating an influx in players. It's supposed to be free, I thought, June 2nd to the 9th. I know technically it's not June 2nd now. That's coming up in like a couple hours for me. Was that the Wire song? I didn't watch The Wire. I don't know. Oh, Marathon. Yeah, I don't know. For me, Marathon, and honestly, Knife Boy, that's the problem, is it has a very specific aesthetic, and a lot of people don't want to look at the game to have to play it. And I've played extraction games. It's not about not playing extraction shooters. It's about the fact that I hate the look of the game. So for me, I just don't want to play it. Yeah, it was disgusting, I know. Probably tomorrow at 10 a.m., probably.
What is this? The stereotype Olympics? This month de-sleeved a watermelon. As they chanted, he ate like 6 of them. And from the looks of it, that is not a fallacious statement. That boy is drenched in watermelon juice. Got so many damn watermelon seeds in him, he probably finished shit one out.
Okay. Yeah. No, I figured that worked really funny. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I forgot that. Yeah, that tied in well with the Kool-Aid thing. I forgot I had this pulled up here. Oh my God. All right. So apparently in China, they have these little black baby toys that they're using as socks. I don't know. I don't know. It says being used as socks, showers, etc., and are also abused. I don't know what that means. Do y'all understand how insane this is? Well, the video I saw originally was this one right here. It says, there's also a black baby snack. Bye, guys, I'm done, because why are you eating a black baby doll as a snack? And I don't think this is fake, because I see the community notes on here. I'm pretty sure this is a real thing that they're doing in China. I'm not even kidding. I have no, I don't know, I got no words for this one, guys. Like I said, the beginning of the stream on Monday, typically it's all the weird random shit that I've come across, and I have to show it to you guys. It isn't black because of racism. Fake face, maybe. It could be like an AI face or a filter. But again, no note on it, so I have no idea. Even like a proposed note, I'll see all those. Face isn't real? Probably, yeah. They make cardboard in the burger patties, wouldn't be surprised. Oh my god. Hell no, yeah. Let me see what else we got here. Oh, dude, have you guys heard this? I don't know, this is only 3 minutes, but it's like super down the rabbit hole. Crazy theory. They could have made it white chocolate. I mean, it was creamy and white on the inside, so I have no idea. But the idea that essentially Antarctica isn't real, or at least it's not real in the sense that we believe it to be one thing and the government actually has got a whole different operation going on there. Like, I love conspiracy theories. I love anything that could be like, okay, here's what's really going on. Here's the lie you've been told your entire life. This one, I don't know. This is one, it's pretty out there. It's kind of crazy, but it actually makes sense. So let me go ahead and play this one here.
The Earth isn't smaller than we think. What if it's bigger? What? Every map you've ever seen was made by the same people who told you there's nothing past Antarctica. Just ice. Forever. Edge of the world. Go home. Don't ask questions.
Nothing there, bro, trust. Meanwhile, 54 countries sign a military treaty to protect nothing.
That's just to protect the ecosystem, Peter. It's a scientific preserve. You know what else gets that level of
Hey, Mahendra. Not too much, just going through the usual bullshit.
Sites, bioweapons labs, not glaciers and penguins.
Wait, so what are they actually protecting?
That's the wrong question. The right question is, what are they protecting it from? From you?
No, dude, Alex Jones just doesn't talk about the crazy stuff anymore. At least not in my opinion. I haven't seen Alex Jones go off on anything like unhinged lately. I'm pretty sure somebody got to him.
From private boats, from independent cameras. The entire southern perimeter is a no-go zone backed by naval enforcement, and nobody in your life has ever thought to ask why.
They literally said, here's your planet, and handed us a map, like a terms and conditions page, knowing we'd just scroll and click accept.
Okay, but we have satellites, we have Google Earth, we can see everything from space.
Brian, NASA publicly admits every image of Antarctica is a composite, not a photo, stitched together from multiple passes, processed, rendered. You have never seen a raw, unedited image of the full Antarctic shelf.
Does anybody know if that's true? Because I watched this video like a couple days ago. I did not realize if this is true that they don't actually have any, like if you go to Google Maps and zoom in on Antarctica, that it actually has it where it's just a composite of different images. This is actually true. Same with space photos. The gay frogs finally silenced Alex Jones. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The gay frog got to him.
Ever in your life.
Well, okay, that's
All are
true.
not
I
real
just
photos.
never...
Nobody did. That's the point.
And here's where it gets weird. Admiral Byrd, Operation High Jump, 1947, comes back early. 4,700 soldiers, 13 warships, told the press the expedition met resistance from unknown craft. Then he's immediately pulled into classified debriefing and never speaks publicly again. That's not...
People go to Antarctica and film regularly. Yes, but are they in an area that they're approved to go to, or are they actually allowed to explore is the question. Why don't Chinese female streamers become VTubers if they already use AI filters? Here's my rationale for that as somebody who doesn't watch VTubers. I don't want to sit and watch a VTuber model. Now, if I was the kind of guy that only watched a female streamer because I thought she was hot, then absolutely I'd prefer a real looking person to a VTuber model. So I think that's maybe part of the appeal there. Always late and gay, that's me, man. Actually, the funny part was I was going to work on putting that poll up before the stream started. And then I ended up like 2 minutes late anyways. So I sadly know a lot about this.
Not a weather delay. That's a muzzle.
Unknown craft like aliens?
No, Chris. Aliens wouldn't have anything to hide. Think about it. What if there are entire continents, land masses, ecosystems, maybe civilizations past the ice shelf? Not little islands, continents. The kind of discovery that rewrites every history book, every border treaty, every claim of we explored the whole Earth.
That would mean we don't actually know what planet we live on?
Correct.
Okay, that's insane. New land would mean new territory, new resources, new opportunities. Why wouldn't they tell us? New land means wars and disputes, total political chaos. You announce it publicly. Every nation on Earth scrambles. You keep...
What do you think is hiding in Antarctica? Is this a flat Earth conspiracy or one world government conspiracy? I mean, I've seen the arguments for the whole flat Earth thing. I'm not a flat Earther myself. I think, I don't know, maybe ancient civilization. I don't know, maybe something. I'm just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I'm not personally like claiming that there's anything in Antarctica that needs to be hidden from everybody else. I'm just saying it's kind of weird, right? Don't know what the fuck they're talking about though. What if the aliens this whole time were us humans? Dude, I've seen a few movies like that. What was it? Red Planets, I think is the name of that Mars movie where they seeded humans on Earth or something. Real Arctic cat girls. There you go. Go get him, guys.
Keep it quiet. A handful of governments quietly carve it up while you're arguing about football scores.
So wait, the map we use in every school, every GPS, every
Same Area
globe
69
could
is in
just
the
be
USA.
wrong?
I mean, maybe.
Not wrong. Cropped. What's that supposed to be?
Area 59, though,
Eratosthenes
isn't it?
calculated the Earth's curvature in 240 BC
51,
with a
Area
stick
51.
and a shadow.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But he was calculating what was given to him. Nobody's done an independent full perimeter verification since. Every model, every projection, every map traces back to institutions that also happen to control Antarctic access. That's not a theory. That's just a fact nobody reads out loud.
And the people who tried, Ernest Shackleton went further south than almost anyone. His journals describe land masses that don't appear on any official chart. Filed, archived, quietly never followed up on.
Why doesn't anyone just go? Like rent a boat and go?
People have tried. They get intercepted. Coast Guard vessels from
So this is the argument. This is, again, something I know nothing about. They say that if you try to go to Antarctica to just film it yourself, you'll be intercepted by the Coast Guard. Or unmarked vessels, I guess.
multiple nations, not their own, appearing in international waters to turn them back. One YouTuber in 2019 documented being escorted away by a ship that had no flag. No flag, Chris. What country does a flagless military vessel belong to?
The country of shut up and go home, apparently.
The wall isn't just ice, it's government policy.
And the scariest part? It's not even hidden. The treaty's public. The composite images are admitted. The no-fly zones are documented. They just left it in the open knowing you'd never care enough to read it. They didn't hide the edge of the world. They just made sure you never got curious enough to find it.
I mean, like I said, I know nothing about this. It's fascinating and at the same time could be absolutely nothing. But this is one of those things I'm like, you know, where there's some like tiny, like every conspiracy, I think, even the crazy ones, has like a tiny kernel of truth somewhere in there. Let me see. I mean, flat Earth people literally went to Antarctica to prove the 24-hour sun exists. It's impossible for Earth to not be a sphere the size we assume it is. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not a believer in the whole flat Earth thing. Like I said, for me, that's not one that I especially like subscribe to. But there's a lot of other shit that I'm like, all right, I could entertain that idea. Just like every shit has the tiny kernel of corn. Exactly. South Africa's known to have ships there? I guess. I don't know. Oh, here you go, guys. You know, knowing that I have this massive fear of heights already, the one thing I can say is I can get on airplanes, I can get on roller coasters, I can do all that stuff because for me, the fear of heights is more about what if I am dangling above something, fall over a rail, fall off a really high staircase or off of a ladder and plummet to my death. If I'm strapped into something, I can deal with the fear of heights because it's out of my hands. I'm not piloting the ship. I'm not driving the roller coaster, whatever. But then I saw this and I'm like, yeah, new fear unlocked.
With the situation,
I'm never getting on a roller coaster ever again. Never, ever again. Not happening.
Carried her down onto.
You know any pilots? Ask them. They'll confirm the world map as we know it is BS. I know some pilots. I don't know. I should ask them.
And explain to them that it's going to be a while before we get you down, but we're going to get you down safely. Just bear with us and follow our instructions.
There's just no way. I would literally die. I would rather just say, just leave me there until this thing is done and you get it down. I'm not doing this. I mean, dude, I saw one where they had to I think we talked about it on a stream like a week ago. They had to disembark from the roller coaster and walk down this gigantic ramp, like this staircase, clinging onto the side of the rail, right? Up like hundreds of feet in the air. This is worse. This is literally, okay, we're just going to unbuckle you. We're going to catch you. Like, can you imagine? I'd be suing these guys. I don't care. I don't care if I didn't get injured, if I survived. I would be suing them 1,000% for every dime I could. I stopped going on roller coasters after seeing all the accident videos. David, I can't blame you, man. No shoulder straps? No, they have shoulder straps. I think either that or a seatbelt. But I mean, literally, I think what they had to do here was, let me see, do they have a video of them actually extracting somebody? Yeah, it starts off right here. The person, they're sliding them back into the basket from their seat. So basically it's, we're going to move this underneath you. We're going to have you unbuckle and we're going to pull you out from under this. I'm like, fuck no. No way, man. I had my fun with roller coasters 20 years ago. I think I'm good. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. Actually, at this point in my life, I don't know. On one hand, you could get hit by a bus tomorrow. On the other hand, it's like, I don't think that this is for me. I think there's a reason why I just don't have the desire to get on a plane or a roller coaster anymore. Like, last time I flew was a few years ago. And while my wife and I were in the hotel, like, waiting to fly back the next day, 3 planes almost collided. Like, I'm watching the news, and it's like we were on an Alaska flight, and it was an Alaska Airlines plane that almost collided with another plane in midair. It's pretty hard to map a non-Euclidean shape onto... Is that the right word? Non-Euclidean? Onto a flat surface without distortion, even the Dymaxion. What the fuck are you guys talking about? See, this is the reason I don't have, like, serious... theoretical, like, conspiracy theory type conversations, because now you're throwing out verbiage that I don't understand. It's just the white shirt person isn't showing a strap. That lap looks pretty weak. I don't know what A. Burnham is trying to say, man. Yeah, no. So for me, this is just a no-go. All right, some gameplay footage. Speaking of PlayStation, we'll talk about them in a minute. From a new game called Raji Kaliyuga. Not one that I had ever heard of, but I saw it pop up, so I figured we'll watch this real quick. It's not possible to make a perfect projection of Earth because it's not a sphere. Oh, Wally, 100%. If I die there, my family better sue the shit out of them. Yeah, not even kidding. Like, every dime. Get every dime you possibly can. Hang on a second. I'm going to switch from this screen to the bigger screen. There we go. We'll get rid of the chat for a second. Use simple words like poo-poo and wee-wee. None of that scientific mumbo-jumbo. Yeah, I mean, I can speak German. Lots of big words in German. But, like, when you get into the scientific mumbo-jumbo, I'm like, you know what? I've had to work in the food industry my whole life, pronouncing weird ingredients on bags and labels and shit. I'm good. Trying to fit a very large, roundish peg into a small square hole. Projection struggles. Just my keyboard sabotage me. Ah, gotcha.
The visions.
Does anybody know what this is?
No matter where I look, it all leads to the same end.
Yo, is this a real game? Oh my god. More Indian slop. Yeah, you're not kidding. Wiener, that's not how you spell Wiener Schnitzel. You know, Wiener Schnitzel is actually just veal, right? Breaded and fried. Exodus. John, honestly, I have no interest in Exodus. From what I've seen of it, it looks like it's going to be bad. I know a lot of, like, Mass Effect fans were really hoping Exodus was going to be good. I don't know. For me, it just doesn't look great. Hello, tech support. Thing is, dude, there's I've seen a few games that are trying to, like, piggyback off of Black Myth Wukong. There's one Indian game that we looked at like 6 months ago, and I can't remember what the name of it was. Indian mixed game. Boy's got a weird face. It is a boy, right? Why is it so... Let me see if the picture quality is down. Oh, it's... Dude, that quality is ass. Okay, we're gonna go at least 1080p. I don't want to go like full 4K. There we go. Pocahontas, the video game. Oh my god. It's Saros!
Mahabalasura! He's not just coming. He's already part of everything that's breaking.
I'm sorry. How is anybody supposed to watch this trailer and take this seriously? Maybe I'm just racist. I don't know. In fact, I know I probably am.
He always was there.
You cannot take it seriously.
This isn't a place meant for the living.
It's not a place meant for the living.
Why does it feel like it remembers us?
Because
Yo, it's like Indian Unknown Nine Awakening, which is funny because Anya Chalatra's already Indian.
Just a ring.
I did not redeem.
It's everything the world tried to forget.
I guess, Kanyo, but the problem is, like, in the world mythologies, I've said this before, for me, you've got the very pinnacle, like the top of mythologies is like Greek and Roman, and then Norse, and then maybe you go Egyptian, then Chinese, then Indian, and everything else. Like for me, the mythology itself, I have zero interest in. I'm not a big fan of any of it. So maybe if they're trying to appeal to like more of an Indian audience, kind of like how Black Myth Wukong appealed to a Chinese audience, then that works. But for like Western audiences, I don't think this is going to have any appeal whatsoever. I can't understand your accent. Oh yeah, credit for trying for sure. But I don't see it having any broad appeal in the West at all.
Careful. Even the light here isn't what it seems.
I'm not afraid of what.
One of the weapons is a knife like they used to kill Henry Novak. You know, the crazy thing about that whole story is I didn't realize, well, I knew that Sikhs could carry like a ceremonial dagger, even in the UK. That guy apparently had a second knife on him? I don't know. It's weird. The whole thing's weird. And then the cops just let him bleed out.
Broken.
You should be. I've seen what happens if we fail.
Then stop looking at the future and fight with me in the present.
Yeah, no, it's not Black Myth Wukong. This actually reminds me a lot more of Unknown Nine Awakening. And mixed a little bit with like South of Midnight. Yeah, this is not Black Myth Wukong, guys. I hate using the term. Black Myth Wukong was Souls-like. This is not, or at least Black Myth Wukong was more like Devil May Cry Souls-like. This is absolutely not. Forspoken, it's more like Forspoken. It's more like Unknown Nine Awakening. Mid, beyond mid. Ground that up. Far Cry Primal did it well. Oh, yeah, no, Joe Darkness. I saw it today on Asmongold's stream. The body cam footage is just...
I have no life, just form afar.
I can be found in still water clear.
Now, I'm not an AI hater, but this almost just looks like AI. I don't know, man.
On polished surfaces, so have no fear.
Doesn't look good.
Though I cannot speak, I own
Mythical Final Fantasy vibe.
Mimicking your movements, as truth cannot lie.
See, Serrano, the combat, the movement in that game, I thought looked retarded. Part of my issue with Forspoken, long before I even knew anything about the developers and Black Girl Gamers being involved in the story, her being a thief and all this crap, right? Like before I knew any of like the culture war side of Forspoken, the traversal in the game, her jumping around, and it's like it looked like for me a game that was made for people who cared more about being able to do like cool acrobatics than actual like good combats. I don't know. It's like Spider-Man without the webs, you know? Hey, Empress. Those faces scare me more than... Dude, for real. For real. One of the softball coaches, I hadn't seen her since like a few months ago. I went up to talk to her during like the teams switching practice fields and stuff today. And she looked at me, she goes, "Oh, wow, you look good. You trimmed the beard." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, last time you saw me, it was like down to here." Only thing Forspoken had was their dancing and dashing. That's what I'm saying. That's the part for me that I couldn't care less
Tell
about.
me, child, what am I?
What the nipple twisting fuck are we watching? Indian Unknown 9 or Indian Forspoken. I don't know. It's not Black Myth Wukong, that's for sure. It's called, the game is called Raji Kali Yuga. Dude, why don't I have the dislike tracker? We'll buy it day one. Always refreshing to see different cultures' fantasies. Now this is called a true indie game. Dude, why are people being so positive? Damn it, be negative about it. Gesundheit. It's too light. Light Revelation, I don't think so. It's so...
spoke of this long before we were born.
Zamunda Banana
Parents
yeah.
are opened before their time, and the balance is broken.
Well, you guys seen that they're working on like a... Isn't it like an Indian GTA game or something?
At the edge of creation, and chooses what survives.
Yeah, Tales of Kinzara Zhao, honestly, for me... it's not like Relooted where I tried playing the demo and hated it, and then I tried playing the game and hated it. That was one of those games I don't even remember if I played Tales of Kinzara. I don't remember at all. Looks like a $20 game. I think it's an indie game, so it very well could be cheap. You can hijack a cow. Oh my god.
Because you're the only one who can stand there and not turn away.
Not turn away?
I hate that it's you. But we don't get to decide that anymore.
Let's go back to the person, Kaliuka.
You choose what becomes of you.
Yes, it's a true indie game. Kalimal from the Temple of Doom. Kalimal. Kalimal. Oh look, it's a pig monkey. Yeah, I don't know, guys. If this is what we're all missing out on like Sony single player games, I'm good. Canada's been working on GTA for a while. Meg, oh my god, dude. Falling with PS5. Gonna be that guy and say I would not instantly shit on this. Would I play it? No, but we've had games from new cultures and being bangers and dumb kids are now doing great. No, it's not. It's not that I'm like, oh, this game should die. I need this game to fail. It's just I'm looking at it going, A, is it going to be good? And B, I don't think it's going to have any appeal beyond like India whatsoever.
To be liked? Absolutely not.
Oh, Smeg with the 5 gifted.
Liked.
Holy shit, dude.
I enjoy being liked. I have
microtransaction down low. God, geek. Oh man. Yeah, that's about the extent of it. I don't know. I think the voice acting is terrible. That might be part of the problem. It's like you get the most stereotypical sounding like Indian like voice, not even like a real Indian voice actor, just like, you know, like if you hired me to do your Indian voice acting, it's what it sounds like. That is crazy. All right. Yeah, so there was that. Yo, Smeg with the 5 gifties. Hang on, I gotta get out of this screen and get you the proper screen so we can get you your clip. Hang on, we got you. I got you, buddy. 1 sec. And here you are.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
Yeah. Now make that a video game. Make a video game of playing Sam Hyde like fighting 100 Hassan Pikers. That I would play. 100%. All Indians sound like that. Oh my god. Well, not all, but a lot of them. It's crazy. It is crazy how a lot of them to us all sound exactly like that. How can I relate to the characters? Well, that's the thing. We've seen this argument time and time again that there's not enough diverse characters and that, you know, you need different people represented, different cultures represented. And right, and it's always been white people, so white people don't understand. It's like, but white people, it wasn't about seeing white characters. It was about the relatability and likability of a character. It was about the believability. So you could still relate to a character even if you don't look like them, but it has to be a well thought out, well fleshed out character. More like we're coming to arrest you. Yeah. So here's one. Before we get into all the weird, what's the word I'm looking for? Not I guess degradation would be the word for it. Apparently there's now a pregnant warframe. I don't know. I haven't played this game for a couple years. I know life to this game for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And now apparently there's a pregnant warframe. I'm not even kidding. I don't know what the fuck the story is with this or who this is for, but this is one of these weird ass fetish like things. I don't know, man. A gay warframe, yeah. Yeah, Warframe pushing Pride hard, had to unfollow them and boycott anything to launch in the future. Well, here's the thing, man. They've always been that way. You wanted women in gaming, there you go. I mean, they're not aborting the fetus, so I guess there's that. I remember, you guys remember during COVID? I remember it vividly because I was working and making no money because everything was shut down. And I was watching the TwitchCon, the TennoCon, whatever they called the stream that they always put on. And that was the one where they revealed the character that was quote unquote non-binary because it's like a broken frame. It's an amalgamation of the other frames in the game. And so that was like their first big non-binary, I guess you could call it, frame. That was back in 2021. Like, these guys have always been this way. They've always been this way. That's a 31 than cell frame. Yeah. Weird people. They've always been strange. They've always been odd, kind of weird people. You know, they remind me that being a foot guy is pretty normal. I mean, look, I'm not going to shame the whole foot thing. To some degree, I think I get it. But on the other hand, I'm like, feet also get really gross. So I don't know. But Smegs, thanks again for the 5, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Hopefully you've been enjoying the Kino Casino. I tried to watch them earlier, but I was only able to catch them when I was like getting a shower and stuff. It's weird listening to them while I'm showering. I'm like, this feels wrong. But all right. So let me see here. What else we got? Okay, going back to Warframe. Not Warframe, Marathon. Who dat bish on the thumbnail, man, asking for a friend? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. The Grenier Queens were also non-binary, but back then we were more tolerant to the bullshit, and they named one of them the Worm, and it was a faction of deranged remnant humans. I don't remember that. The Grenier Queens were non-binary? I mean, it's a weird game. Here's the thing about it. If you can make your weird... this is the thing about it for a lot of people. There's always been games, I guess, stories that kind of lean towards like more of a woke, strange, non-binary, non-gender conforming, lifestyle, if you will. But at certain points, you have to be a good, talented storyteller or writer, to actually make it a relatable story where people who are looking at it from the outside going, okay, but the main character is a they, them, or it's a non-binary. You have to be able to make people like the character and relate to the character. And unfortunately, the majority of people are going to go, yeah, no, fuck that, no. Marathon is going to be free for like a week or something. I think it starts tomorrow. I think Serrano said 10 a.m. my time. I think it is tomorrow. So it's going to be free for like a week. If it's well written, then I can work it, and they never push the woke BS too much. Yeah, and so, Vernon, the whole thing was, I never got the idea that the game itself, that Warframe was trying to push, like, heavily push, like, the non-gender conforming, non-binary shit. I mean, they had frames for the characters, so you had your Tenno, and they were either a boy or a girl, and then, of course, they had the Warframes that were very, I mean, let's be honest, some of the Warframes were pretty sexualized, right? And leaned heavily into, like, the sexuality of it, and... Think about the amount of fan art, the Rule 34 stuff for some of the Warframes. They never tried to like shy away from that. But behind the scenes, the company, the studio, the developers have always been like this. They've always been this way. So they can start stuff like that whenever, but for Valve days start at 10 a.m. usually. Yeah, free for a week. Angels, I'm not playing it. Why would I? I mean, could try to at least. Empress, if you don't play first-person shooters, you're going to hate it. Okay? The combat is sweaty. It's an extraction shooter, which is only for the hardcore people anyways. And then visually looking at it, it's a mess. For some people, they enjoy that. For some people, they like the aesthetic, the visuals of the game. They like the UI and everything else. The majority of people don't. That's why no one's playing it. Ember. Oh my God. Why are we talking about Ember? Ember is like if Warframe had a diarrhea and what came out was Ember. The right kind of science fiction or futurism-based story, that concept of non-binary can fit, and I used to fit well before everything became woken. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, DB Wild. It may not be something that personally I would really want to look for in a game and play. If it's done well in a way that makes sense, I mean, sure, you could make it work. The woke games to avoid, I already got a handful in my mind. There's a lot. The look of it just hurts my eyes. That's where I'm at, Wally. I didn't hate the game. But at the same time, it was like, looking at it, it just wasn't for me. There are easily worse frames than that. Which one? Oh, I thought you were talking about Grum's Ember game that's never coming out that he scammed people $600,000 for. That's what I read. I thought you were talking about Ember with an 8. Oh my. No, you're talking about, oh my God, yeah, you're talking about Ember, the Warframe. Yes, no, exactly that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. All right, so according to updated estimates from Alinea Analytics, Marathon has sold nearly 1.5 million copies across all platforms. Back in March, the same firm estimated that the game had sold around 1.2 million copies by March 24th. So basically, guys, what we're looking at now is they sold 300,000 copies across all platforms in 2 months? I don't even think about Grum's Firefall knockoff game. Yeah. Destiny 1 2 is better than a Marathon. I only played Destiny 2. Wasn't for me. I tried. I played it for like a month. Just couldn't get into it. But I understand that. Oh, no worries, Cage. Let me know how that goes tomorrow. If you're still able to type in Discord tomorrow, let me know how that went. Hopefully you get better rather than worse. Because we can't afford to have you any more blind, okay? You're going to have to either, I don't know, get like some Stephen Hawking shit or stop drinking so much. Because otherwise, you're not going to be able to type anymore. Did Jamie Blonde game flop? Looks like shit. You know the funny thing? Door Girl, it actually sold... I got in trouble with some of the other like commentators saying it didn't sell well. I'm like, it sold 1.5 million copies in the first 24 hours. In my mind, that's selling well for a game like that. But I think it slowed down. I think it massively slowed down. Looking forward to Dragon Quest 12. Dude, I have not played a single Dragon Quest game in my entire life, so not really, no. And from what I've seen of it, I would have a hard time getting into Dragon Quest now. Wasn't Marathon a boomer shooter? It was. It was indeed. Marathon actually, guys, was... I mean, let me pull it. I own the original Marathon games because they were... I think they were either free on Steam or really cheap. If anybody doesn't know what Marathon actually looked like back in the day, like, they went way off the deep end. Where the hell is that? Why is it not... It should be alphabetical, and why is it not? Okay, that's really weird. It must be under a different number or something. I don't see Marathon. And I own it. I own like the first 3 of them. I can just look it up on Steam. I don't know where the hell they are in my library. Oh, Classic Marathon. That's why. Classic Marathon. Okay. Store page. Here is what Classic Marathon looks like, guys. Here you go. I'm just going to skip this little scene here. Like, this is Classic Marathon, okay? It literally inspired Halo, because Classic Marathon was a boomer shooter that where you're on a spaceship, and you're shooting aliens that are attacking. It's very simple. Is it good? It's playable. No, I don't have it hidden. I don't have anything hidden. I logged on to Warframe inside and immediately logged off. I feel that. Hey, Wagon Burner. Dude, you've been pissing people off today on Twitter. The library has a search function. Yeah, but I don't have 1,000 games on Steam. I've got like 200 or less. I figured I'd be able to see it. Stop calling me Unk. I'm not that... I mean, sure, I'm turning 40 in like 3 weeks. Why didn't they extend the series? I think they made 3. Marathon actually has good lore. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's Marathon. People like the lore of the game. And I played it for my Marathon video for some of my coverage. It's fine. Like, as old shooters go, it still plays well. It's very much what you see here, you know? Luckily, the second one, they got rid of this weird, like, handheld-looking thing. I hated this when I was playing the first one. So if you go back to the... Hang on a second. If you go back to this one here... This one plays much more like a traditional video game. So you still have... What the fuck? Okay, why did that freeze? Hello? Steam, what are you doing? Ah, fuck, we're just gonna get out of Steam. You get the idea. Stop being mean to Unk. You're more than a decade older than me. That's Unk age. That's so rude. You know, I'm going to be honest. I have a brother who I was an uncle to his kids for like 12 years before he ditched and ran, and I was uncle for a long time. I haven't been a quote-unquote uncle. Like, I've got other nieces or nephews, but it's like none of them live around here. So I don't get to be an uncle. Health nerd aficionado here. My biological age, I mean, I don't know. If you subtract my back injury from my actual, like... age itself, I would probably be like 25, but yeah. Why make a reboot of Marathon if you're just going to change the lore and gameplay? I don't know that they changed the lore per se, but they certainly changed the look of the game. So it says, let me see here. It says, if those figures are accurate about the 300,000 sales over the following 2 months, then the sales pace has slowed substantially. Reported sales on March 24th were 1.2 million. Reported sales today, and this is on May 29th, 1.5. That means only about 25% growth over the 2-month period. And this is on, obviously, I think this is for all consoles. Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. 37. Oh, you're right behind me, geek. They couldn't handle the truth about the game they liked. It was hilarious. Wagon Burner, that same person, when I made a comment about the James Bond game being $70 and it was a 7-year development time for that game, right? 12-hour game. He's all like, you can thank Trump for that. I'm like, Trump made the game. Trust me, I'm not happy with Trump for a lot of reasons. Okay, guys. But like, he's like, you know, you can blame Trump for that. I'm like, Trump made them take 7 years to develop the game. He's like, who was president back then? I'm like, what did he have to do with the development of the game? Like, what are you saying that the price increase in games is directly related to a president? I'm pretty sure I'm not kidding, John. This guy that Wagon Burner was arguing with on Twitter, by the way, his profile picture is of like a basketball player. So I'm like, if your Twitter profile picture with no other information is about of some random athlete, I take your opinion like as nothing. No offense. What the fuck am I, Grandpa? Smeg, you are grand uncle. You're grand unk. Yeah, if that's your profile picture, I take your opinion less seriously than like anime profile pictures. That's just how it is. Yeah, and he was all like, yeah, but who was president? I'm like, okay, I didn't even bother. You kept arguing with him. I'm like, I'm done. I'm moving on with my day, you know? How do you check biological age? I want to know mine. Oh, these figures are estimates from Millennia Analytics based on market data, so the true total could be higher or lower. The funny thing about this is any given day, the people loving Marathon or loving Sony will say Alinea Analytics is the gold standard, and then they'll say Alinea Analytics is full of shit when it doesn't support what they want it to. Yeah, Geek, there's a lot of, like I said, you're not going to catch me defending Trump like 99% of the time. So anybody who tries to go, okay, maggots or, you know, like MAGA with a T or Trump lover or this, I'm like, you guys are barking up the wrong tree. What's his face? When I had that Twitter post a couple days ago, they hit like 12 million impressions and Airbagged wanted to try to quote tweet me with a gameplay from Stellar Blade. I'm like, got news for you, retard. I don't play Stellar Blade. I played it for like 3 hours. In fact, let me check and see if I got Steam working again. The actual, why is this? Okay, now it's not frozen anymore. If I go to my library and go to Stellar Blade, I think I played it for like 2.5 hours because I just didn't find it that interesting. All right. 3.8 hours. So almost 4 hours, right? So I got like, I don't know, through the second mission, maybe into the third mission before I stopped playing it. And he's sharing like this quote tweet with Stellar Blade's gameplay. I'm like, you're barking up the wrong tree, retard. I couldn't care less about Stellar Blade. The game did well, it appealed to gamers, and it sold well on PC. Beyond that, I didn't find it that good. If my dick stops working, then I know my biological age is 80. Oh my God. Oh, Wagon Burner happens to all of us, man. It's like because you voted for somebody, you suddenly endorse every stupid thing that person does. It's like, I thought we were beyond this. I mean, don't people want to get past like red versus blue and my guy versus your guy? And don't we all agree that most of them are all scum? I thought we were at that point where we could all look at it and say, yeah, most of these guys suck, right? Yeah, because we're all the same. Yeah, Dark Omen over there on Twitter. Exactly. Yeah, because everybody is all the same, right? Sorry, I forgot that I need to be watching for the chat for Twitter and stuff. What am I voting on? It's all good, Elgon. Team sports, go team, go. Yeah, exactly. Stubbed my toe and it was Trump's fault. Exactly. All right. So, and then that again, my point is not that you can't criticize people. It's like, stop assuming everything about people because you hate somebody and you're constantly obsessed with somebody, you know? Oh, Angels, I mean, honestly, if you have to compare apples to oranges, like Trump to Kamala, I mean, that was kind of a no-brainer. That was like 2016 Trump to Hillary. That doesn't mean that I loved everything that happened, you know? It just is what it is. All right. So going on about Marathon and Destiny, though, because of all this shit going on with Destiny and the boycott for Marathon, there's a quote here from Jake Lucky saying, we need to at least smash Marathon's all-time high to show them that they made the wrong decision. Destiny 2 players are planning a server slam for the game's final update to convince the devs to make Destiny 3 and not abandon the franchise. I think that this is a complete and utter waste of time. And here's the thing, guys. I 100% understand if a lot of you have fond memories of Destiny 1 and or 2, and you don't want to see the game die. But the reality is, and I've said this before, that if people wanted Destiny 3, or if people were still seeing value in Destiny 2, they'd still be playing it. And while the game has had millions and millions of players, let's go back and look at Steam charts a second, okay? So Marathon currently a 24-hour peak of like less than 14,000. Utter dog shit, right? Destiny 2, with all the hubbub, with all the fanfare, with everybody talking about it, with everyone like, oh, we have to save Destiny. We have to save Destiny. In the last, 6 months, hasn't passed 90,000 players. Okay, there you go. 108,000 July of last year. Currently sitting at 25,000 24 hours, you know? And I'm not saying that the game deserves to die for any reason. I'm just saying if people really wanted Destiny 3 or people really thought Destiny 2 was worth saving, wouldn't they still be playing the game? I don't know. How dense can they get? People can get pretty dense. A Hail Mary fart in the wind play? Yeah. Yeah, Tekla, there you go. There you go. Left apparently forgot that all politicians are scum and they think theirs are saints while the others are devils while taking the side of demons in fiction. Make it make sense. Isn't that crazy? Absolutely crazy. Time Splitters was dope back in the day. I didn't play Time Splitters. Fake gamer. Smeg can tell you I'm a narg. N-A-R-G, not a real gamer. Bill Connolly famously stated the desire to be a politician should bar you for life from ever being one. Yes. Don't vote. It just encourages them. Yeah. All right. So that's my take on the whole Destiny thing. I'm not saying that that Bungie necessarily shouldn't. My point is more the fact that when a game has outlived its usefulness, especially this one by like apparently 2 years, I mean, it might be time to kill it off or at least let it just... Look, I played like 2,000 hours a year of Guild Wars back when I was playing that game. I haven't touched it since my wife and I started dating. So going on 16, 17 years now, something like that. Pretty good numbers for a 9-year-old game, sure. But compare it to, I mean, here's a prime example. Let's go apples to apples. I think Warframe to Destiny is a pretty fair comparison. Both really old games. And Warframe is hanging on far better than Destiny's numbers. By a lot. You know, even though their all-time peak, I'm pretty sure, was lower. What's your ideas for what games will be in PlayStation State of Play? Probably Wolverine. I doubt we're going to see Intergalactic. Because isn't it rumored that Intergalactic is getting pushed back to 2027, kind of like Fable? I don't know how pretty is Destiny. I mean, Destiny's just... what would you compare Destiny to? I don't know. Obviously, in terms of gameplay, like looter shooter kind of thing, for me, obviously, it compares to Warframe, but like how it looks, I don't know. Bungie didn't think Destiny was worth saving then. They aren't going to try to save it now. That's what I'm saying, Angels. Like, you could make every legitimate argument, at least you could think it's a legitimate argument as to why Destiny deserves to be saved and why Marathon needs to be killed to make that happen. And I agree, Marathon sucks. Like, from what I've played of it, Marathon, I'm not a fan of the game. My issue is you're not making a coherent argument that by attacking Marathon, by shitting on Marathon, that you could save Destiny when Destiny has clearly outlived its usefulness. I don't know. It's like an FPS Diablo. There you go. Maybe they should have reset the accounts and convert Destiny 2 into a live service PvP hero shooter with a fucked up UI that melts your brain with flashy lights and jarring colors. Oh, not looking forward to the Halo remake. Dude, I don't know that anybody is, to be honest. In fact, it sounds worse like every time that I hear about it. Has Warframe even come out of early access yet? I mean, I think so. To be honest. It might have. Destiny's awesome. They just jacked up D2 by smashing Destiny 1 into it. So, Wagon Burner, when I first played Destiny 2, I was playing with somebody on Twitch who was like, she was a no-lifer for Destiny, and I'm telling her about the tutorial mission I played, and she's like, that's not in Destiny 2, that's from Destiny 1. I'm like, I've never played Destiny 1. I told her, I'm like, straight up, I've never played. She's like, no, I've been playing these games for like 10 years. And she's this Cockney English gal. I'm like, I promise, I have never played Destiny 1. And I'm describing the mission. And then I Googled it. I'm like, see, I told you I was right. But again, you can't argue with them British women. They know everything. Never forget that one of the current Halo devs hates guns. Yes, that is a thing. That is also a thing. Destiny needs to be saved. Gay for Steven A. No, he's had me blocked on Twitter for about 3 years now. Something. I did play Destiny 1 for months and the DLCs. I mean, again, for some people, they really enjoy Destiny. For me, I played it for like a month and I'm just like, yeah, it's just not for me. Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming said, "This is like hearing that your local independent store is closing down, rallying the community together, and turning up in droves to walk through the door and back out again without spending a penny in the hopes that they'll open a new store." Again, this is kind of how I feel about it. And a lot of people are mad at Tom Henderson for saying this, but it's like everyone's going to be like, yeah, we're going to show up, we're going to show them, we're going to play the game and log in. Yay, that's going to save it. It's like, no. It's really not. If they've made this decision that Destiny is done and they're not going to greenlight a Destiny 3 because they don't see any value in it, showing up for one day, I mean, isn't Destiny a free-to-play game? It is a great analogy. Exactly. He's completely correct on this. One of the weirdest trilogies in existence: Destiny the Stripper, Destiny the Game, Destiny the Gay Cuck, Destiny the Stripper. You know, Avernum, this is the thing. No matter how long I've been on the internet, because I was on the internet back in the early days, back when it was really the Wild West, I've seen some shit. I don't know who Destiny the Stripper is. I am not as much of a degenerate as you are. I say that lovingly, but you know that I'm just not as much of a degen as you are, so I don't know Destiny the Stripper. Yeah, you still have to buy the expansions. That's right. Okay. Oh, yes, let's piss on any momentum the community's trying to build by being a complete condescending fuck ass about it. Coming from a twat that plays Call of Duty like they don't pump out the same fucking garbage every 6 months and you probably grab your ankles and pay for it. Look, that's a great tweet. That is a fantastic, retort. If you're trying to get Twitter likes and an own, congratulations. You didn't ratio him, but that's a nice tweet. But Tom's still right. He's still right. Like, come on. Every town with the strip club has at least one Destiny. Yeah. Oh my God. Have I been following the Lego stuff? I saw Asmon talking about it, but I don't know. Every other one? Oh, you're saying because Destiny is a stereotypical stripper name. Yeah, I could see that. I thought you were talking about specifically somebody. Dum-dum. You know, guys, whatever. I'm just going to pretend that none of you are being mean to me because I'm just going to live in delusion. I'll be happier that way. What happened with Legos? There was some dude. Are we talking about the guy that's the company that had a store and they stole somebody's like $200,000 worth of Legos and this YouTuber? Is that what we're talking about? It's very good, but kind of long. Got to watch. I was watching Asmon, watching part 2 of it today, but I had to get to work. Had to get to softball practice for my daughter. Hated how it made me feel to get the deal, to see the story continue, and since I said hell no and stopped to ever participate in this model. Yeah, Empress, when I was playing it on Game Pass, and I wasn't about to buy all the DLC crap, all the expansions, so maybe that's what I didn't relate to, is I didn't spend a whole lot of money on the game. The Lego rabbit hole is deep as hell. Reckless Ben, yeah, that whole thing, I don't know. Is that somebody who people knew before the entire thing? Men are better looking than women. Okay. Now, I'm not worried about any of this shit. It's a hell of a fast story. A hell of a story, yeah. Yeah, I'd never heard anything about that until today. In terms of what Asmongold said about men being better looking than women, I'm just gonna... Runkle the Bailey had a great stream about the Lego thing. Dude, everyone knows about this but me. I didn't know who he was before the Lego thing. I don't know. Years ago when the game came out, there was no Game Pass then. Well, to be fair, Game Pass has actually been around for a long time. Not as long as Destiny, but Game Pass has actually been around way longer than a lot of people realize. Is it because they're in Utah? That's right. They said they were in Utah. Strapping young lad. Smeg, I'm not defending his position. What I am saying is I understand the premise. If the premise is a man... First off, we don't have to put on makeup. We don't have to worry about curling our hair. We don't have to worry about getting pedicures and manicures and all that shit. Now, to be fair, not all women do all that stuff either. But if a guy can go in a shower with a bar of soap and the cheapest shampoo known to man and look presentable, simply rolling out of bed, putting on his clothes, combing his hair and going to work, I'm not defending his position. I'm just saying I understand the premise that women have to go through a hell of a lot more work to be what's considered conventionally attractive than men do. I'm not saying that I agree with the entire argument. I'm saying I can understand the premise. That's it. The premise makes sense. I can at least agree with that. All right, what else we got here? Smash says, just a tad bit of desperation. Please play our Smash. Come on, man. You could edit that shit. Fix your typo. Please play our game, guys. Not only will Marathon be free to play for a week, but users are not required to have an active PlayStation Plus membership. They're bending over backwards to pump phony numbers up for this game for a week to create a sense of FOMO. It won't work. Deep down, Sony and Bungie know it. This is interesting. This is actually kind of fascinating. The one who looks better after a dip into the pool or after a shower looks better. Well, women look better after a no, I'm not gonna get dirty on stream. Anyways, 2014-15 when Game Pass came out, I think it's been almost that long. Yeah, it's been a while. We can literally wash with an 18-in-1 body wash that is also good for cleaning the carpet and get rid of... Dude, okay, Kanyo, that's my exact point. For the women who are all like, look at me versus him, it's like, no. Let's go apples for apples. Asmon takes no care of himself. He looks like hell, but you've put on like 10 pounds of makeup and a bunch of filters and perfect lighting and your iPhone with like face fix and all this stuff. Take a raw photo of you after you roll out of bed in the morning and compare apples to apples. That's just the point right there. We just got to be fit. They need to worry about much more stuff, makeup, eyelashes, skin. And I'm not saying that I agree that men at base level are more attractive. I just think that there's a point to be had, that there's nuance to be had with the arguments. That's all. I'm not going to die on any hill. Like, this is Pride Month, obviously. I'm not outing myself as gay. Look, AT with no makeup, I'm good. Well, there you go. I'm saying it's not everybody. So to Smash's point, this is kind of fascinating. It says, check out what's coming and play for yourself during Open Play Week, June 2nd to 9th. What secrets lurk in the dark as night descends on Marathon second season? Impending failure. Impending doom, that's what. Season 2 is coming June 2nd, bringing new challenges, new opportunities, and new ways to play. You'll be able to try out Season 2 for yourself with Marathon Open Play Week from June 2nd to 9th. During Open Play Week, the full game will be available on PlayStation 5 with no PlayStation Plus membership required, and any progress you make will carry over to Season 2. That is actually pretty massive. That's actually not to be, diminished at all. That is a very significant thing that they're doing, because for a lot of games on Game Pass, games on PlayStation and Xbox, you kind of have to pay for some sort of membership to play the game. This is them trying desperately to get as many people into Marathon as they possibly can, simply by saying, look, you don't even have to be a paying subscriber, paying member for PlayStation Plus. Please just show up and play the game. Let's say the F word to start Pride Month the right way. No, man. No, I'm not. I was thinking I should probably find a clip of Melanie Mack with the whole but I'm like, no, screw that. I can't. You like the way natural men look more than the way natural women look? We get it, no judgment. No, actually, I prefer women with way less makeup. Way less. But I also recognize that women still do have to do a little bit more to make themselves presentable, I guess. I mean, look, most women aren't going to just get out of bed in the morning and go out of the house without doing anything to their hair, their face, whatever. A lot of guys do. And for some guys, you wouldn't really notice. I think people are reading too much in the Asmon comment. The lady does protest too much. A little bit. Oh my God.
Confirmed. Dan is at the very least bi-curious.
Okay, Smeg, thank you for the 5. Appreciate you, buddy. And just for that, this is the one you get for this here.
We're all homos. Homo sapiens.
There you go. I'm not a homo. We're all homos, but I'm not a homo. Homo sapiens. There we go. Knife Boy, I'm convinced that most men prefer less makeup on women. 100% convinced of that. Like 1,000%. Happy Shame Month, everyone. Yeah. Dude, not just Shame Month. It's my wife and my birthday month. We have the same birthday. And Father's Day and all that good stuff all rolled into one. And crammed into all that is like the Pride Month crap and everything else. Yeah. At least once a week I've said that and he's never really denied it. Why would I need to deny it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't need to deny something that I feel confident in ignoring, Well, I already started the stream saying that I've never had a man make a pass at me. There's a reason for that. From what I've seen, men look like hobos if they don't do anything, confirmed also by other men looking from the outside as men. Now, Empress, I can pretty much just get out of bed, brush my teeth, throw on some clothes, and leave the house, and I look presentable. But I also wear hats. I don't have enough hair and don't keep my hair long enough to really care about that. We can change that right now. Oh, the Halloween story, the cross-dressing story. Guys, when I was 16, I let a girl do my makeup, like do a whole makeover on me after work. She worked for my family because I'm like, well, I've got a cute girl touching my face and all that stuff. Fuck, I'll let you put makeup on me. I don't care. Like, this is how confident I've always been in myself. It does not bother me at all. You are the exception? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Someone who identifies as bisexual but only attracted to one gender, I pick female. It's not gay. I was getting attention from a girl. That is the least homosexual thing you can do. Okay? Making an ass out of yourself to get a girl's attention is 100% heterosexual. That is a hill I will die on. I am not even kidding. Okay? Like, for real. Come on. All right, what else we got here? So we're not going to talk too much about the James Bond stuff tonight. I have thoughts on this game, but I have yet to figure out how to properly put these into like a well-formulated, well-crafted, video or a discussion on stream. You submitted to the female frame. Oh, dude, it gets crazier than that. Okay, so this chick was somebody who was the sister of a girl that I knew pretty well for like my entire teenage years, right? She was the half-sister of this other girl. She was this crazy, weird, off-the-wall, eccentric. I mean, she was kind of like an emo goth girl back in the day, but just more of like that quirky, like early internet days kind of girl. She went on to be a complete fruitcake, complete weirdo, oddball. Like, she's exactly the same now at 40 as she was when she was a teenager when I knew her. And I know because some big YouTube or some big Twitter account shared a TikTok video of this same chick like a year ago. And I'm like, holy fuck, I know that girl. Like, in real life, right?
Told Ya to not take his position. Giggity.
Oh my god. Giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity, goo. I need to get that as a video clip. Thank you for the 2, Smeg. Appreciate you, buddy. What else we got here? What else we got?
Wait, back up. Do you think that I'm retarded?
I know. The answer is always going to be yes on that one. Do you think it's weird that a 24-year-old football player is dating the 18-year-old daughter of his position coach? I think it's weird anytime you have a teacher or a coach dating anybody who's on a team. Yes. All right. Yeah. I watched way too much Family Guy back in the day. Oh my god. Hey, why is the retarded clip? Did you guys hear like an echo in the audio for that one? I think it's playing the audio twice. Anyways, appreciate this the 2, Smeg. 6 hours in the game, still love it. Yeah, Empress, that's the thing. The game itself, I've got a lot of thoughts on because a lot of people are actually enjoying the game. And that's the thing, is like people who don't like woke shit are still enjoying the game. People who hate woke shit are saying the game's woke. It's weird, right? There's a lot. Back when I was a cigarette smoker, I was outside my lady's apartment smoking. I had this drunk gay fella straight up harass me like I was a woman trying to get in my pants. I mean, maybe if I hung out in the street somewhere and had some drunk guy trying to get into my pants, I could say that somebody thought I was gay. But I think that those are extenuating circumstances there. I don't think that he necessarily was coming on to you. He probably was just drunk and horny. The shills love this James Bond game. Studios offering them merch gift boxes really works. I know, right? But that, again... I don't, dear diary, jackpot. I don't want to say that the game's not good because I know a lot of people are saying the game's actually really fun, really good. For me, it looks boring as shit. It looks horribly boring, but to each their own on that one, I guess. Saw a video of the game playing itself on a driving section. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those. You didn't hear an echo? Okay, that's good because I saw 2 lines of audio on Streamlabs for that. They're going to release path tracing update later on, but by that time, most people would have moved on. Yeah. 6 out of 10 story isn't bad, but the gameplay's a little lacking. From what I've seen, the game just doesn't... It holds your hand too much, is what I've seen. I think I said this the other day. Like, in all fairness, I've shit on the game a lot. I had a tweet that got like 12 million impressions on it because I was shitting on the game. At the end of the day, the game just seems to allow you to break... the game, or at least allow you to break what you're supposed to do and play it however you want, which is cool for if you don't want to do stealth and you can just shoot everybody. But normally when you see a stealth first game, there's some sort of punishment for going completely like I said, murder hobo mode, right? Like killing everybody. Well, this game, it looks like, okay, well, why do stealth when I can just shoot everybody and I have no risk of dying because the AI is fucking retarded? The AI looks completely brain dead. So Sar M is funny as fuck. Dude, here's the thing. For people... I should have left her on the wall. Who are we talking about? For Pragmata, I've not played Pragmata. It looks good. Probably not a game I'll ever get around to playing. But looks really good. Looked pretty boring to me. Yeah, Knife Boy, but that's not one of those games I could ever watch anybody play. So, in regards to people saying James Bond is woke, I will say, regardless of the story, because people are like, no, he's banging chicks, and there's action, and he's this, and then people say, no, but he's emasculated. I'm not even going to go off into that stuff because I don't know for myself because I haven't played it. What I will say pisses me off is this idea that we can't have a conversation about the fact that what used to be an English character in an English setting with English people is now, it's literally like a diversity fest. Brown person, black person, this person. It's like, okay, now you can have those characters in games. It makes sense. It's fine. But James Bond was an English character, not just British, not British. He was English, okay? The characters were English, you know? They were all English back in the day. And English means white. It literally is a white ethnic group. You can't be English and be brown. It's just not possible. So that right there, I mean, that to me seems kind of weird, you know? Hey, Plix, how's it going, buddy? It doesn't hold your hand more than any other classic action game. If you played an action game in your life, you'll see the criticisms completely out of touch and extremely pretentious. I mean, I haven't played it for myself, so I can't make that claim necessarily, but from what I have seen, it looks really hard to die. Like, and for me, I mean, Empress, I play a lot more like, I like more of the you get shot once you're dead kind of games, or you get shot in the head and you're dead. If I see combat or action where you literally are either a bullet sponge and can't die, or the enemies can't even hit you and they're like 5 feet away shooting at you, I don't know. For me, that's a little, it's a little much. Negative 10 ESG points for that opinion. It's average. It was a generic spy game. That's why they put in the modern times so they can do diversity. They told everyone that they're going to do DEI. I mean, that's the thing, Wagon Burner. They've said for years now that they're going to make it a modern James Bond game, right? Could have made a game or film based on any other agent designation and be successful. Sure. Or, you know what, if they wanted to go off and do something different and have different characters and make them different ethnicities and stuff, then why not just tell, like make a new MI6 game, make a new 00 game for a different character, or make a create your own kind of game, you know? Does present today, and it's easy to die. It's very easy. 31 likes? Shame, shame. Hey, Moxie, I mean, we got what, 72 watching? That's a win. And what the hell are you doing here? I haven't seen you in forever. How you doing, Moxie? Oh no, Empress, I know that James Bond himself is a white Englishman in Heroic. I'm not worried about that. I'm just talking about the perception of the game. Like I said, for me, the game looks boring as hell. It's not a game that I'll ever play, so I don't care. 00 RPG would be fantastic. I mean, Oblivion, they could have honestly done that. Okay, it took them 7 years to make this game. 7 years. Okay, $200 million in 7 years, and they made a 12-hour game. And now, granted, I understand if you want to, like, complete the game and take your time with it. For me, like, streaming a game adds, like, double the amount of time. Like, Ex Voto, I spent twice as much time as I should have because we were laughing and having fun. I wasn't just sitting down grinding the game. So I guess the James Bond game can take upwards of 15 to 20 hours if you're just playing it to completion, right? But for a game that took them 7 years to make and $200 million, for me, I don't know. It just seems a bit 0067. Oh my god. During the infiltration missions, it holds your hands a lot. It's just crazy. It just seems like that's a bit like that's unsustainable. I think that's the word I used on Twitter earlier. That kind of budget and time frame for a game that's at the end of the day, like a 15 to 20 hour game, and then $70 on top of that, it's unsustainable. You know? It's travesty given what Hitman used to be. I only played 1 or 2 of the Hitman games, but they were very open-ended. They were crazy, like, open-ended as far as I remember. 00789. Oh my god, you guys. So, this is the latest thing. This guy, Gameverse, says, everything was looking next gen until I saw this. And that's one of the things I have heard a lot about people watching or playing this game, that it looks good or it looks nice, plays well, whatever. So again, these are criticisms I think are, you know, there are sometimes that there's criticisms that are not valid and some that are. I mean, I don't know. To me, and this, like I said, I piss people off on Twitter with like hot takes anyways. On console or PC, I think it's on both. I'm pretty sure it's on. So, this is like people arguing about water graphics, right? Water hairstyles, hair textures. I'm sure you guys have seen the post. I think it was DB Wild talking about it when the stream first started about the character walking under the sheets and the blankets. And, you know, it's kind of like they're comparing like clipping and all that with like games like Hitman and Red Dead Redemption 2 and everything else versus now, right? So I can understand the argument. There are problems with the graphics at some point. There are. Yeah, I can understand the argument that why fuss over things that are just going to make the performance drop when you could have a better game, better gameplay, better, you know, quality and everything else, better frame rates, and not fuss over fire graphics, not fuss over water. I get it. But at the same time, what did we just say? 7-year development cycle, $70 game. And this is what you get. That to me, that seems, I don't know. I think that's a little, that's lacking. You got this guy here that quote tweeted it and said, complaints like this are the reason why we don't get optimized games anymore. That's not true. That's not true at all. Devs try to perfect every single detail and make the game unplayable without frame gen just so they can make some dumbass fire or grass look more realistic. Many people think I'm trying to defend the game and how the fire looks. I'm not. I just don't like focusing on graphical details in games because that will send the idea to other devs that we want more useless graphical details. Now, as somebody who has played an awful lot of Valheim and hated it back when I first started playing it and then instantly loved it like a week later, I understand the argument that sometimes less is more and you can do more with less, where it's not demanding as much like on the system. It's not going to be as hard for your computer to run or your console to run, and you'll have a better experience overall if you sacrifice a few things, the overall experience will be better, right? I understand that. That's fine. I don't think this is it. I don't think this is a great example of that. You know, $70 hairs, yeah. It's so funny because one single PNG fire thing, why the specific detail? Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, Diablo 1 looking Doom-like, yeah, exactly. Doesn't excuse the time of development how much they're asking for their game. Right, so they don't get optimized games because they don't have the talent to actually do it. I mean, that's kind of like hitting the nail on the head right there, isn't it? So, again, like I think Korean Cowboy pointed out, it's still a $70 game that cost them $200 million and took 7 years to make. This shit... Figure out how to optimize a better looking fire. I'm just saying. Shit, Yoga Fire from Dalsim looked better. Oh my god. Yeah, how water and fire looks in games is not a small detail, retards. All right, Empress, no worries. So this is one of those things that I just think, like, you could say it's nitpicking, but I think that there's actually like some legitimate criticism there. So in regards to tomorrow's state of play, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to expect. Apparently, it says it was announced 2 weeks in advance, being shown in movie cinemas across the... Imagine going to the movie theater to watch the Sony State of Play. Now, guys, look, I love my PC, and I love PC gaming, and obviously Steam is where you go for your PC games, right? Because Epic sucks ass. I cannot imagine going to a movie theater to watch, like, a Steam, like Next Fest or something, right? No way. No way. It's not happening. All of our standards, you going to pay something full price, it better be worth it? Yeah. You're hoping for a release date for Control, wasn't it? I mean, I know the Control game was a big popular one for a lot of people. Stuck a bunch of monkeys to code a game, it would look like this. Oh my god. For Horizon fat people to be featured. Oh my god, guys, we need a new look at Horizon Hunters here. Horizon Hunters? Wait, it's Heroes Gathering. What the fuck is the name of that game? What is this game platform you speak of? I don't know, man. Why go to a movie theater to see mediocre games and experience point? No, not Hunters not both plural. No. Verizon Hunters gather fat people. Yes. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just pissing me off that I can't remember the name of the game. It's so forgettable, and it's such a poorly thought out name. That's exactly it. That's the problem. Did I watch Fleek's latest video? Every time we get to PlayStation, it had me laughing. I did not. I thought about pulling it up on stream, but there was already so much to talk about. I'm like, there's no way I'd even be able to cover all that. The Triple H. Oh my god. It's way easier to watch the trailers that look good afterwards. That's usually what happens to me. Black Flag remake looks solid. Edward looks sort of feminine. You know, Drunk Savage, another one that I have no interest in is the Black Flag remake. And I've said it, for the reason for this, I hope it's good. I hope that a lot of people who are looking forward to it, you know, can enjoy it, and it's not going to be like, you know, a complete shit remake. I just don't care. I'm beyond the point of caring. When I played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I loved the game. I think I got every sea shanty. I did everything you could do, and I moved on. I don't have any desire. Boycott Ubisoft. I have zero desire to play the game. Like, for real. I don't know. Not to mention, I have no faith in Ubisoft. And why should we at this point? You couldn't get into it? Well, I can understand that, because here's the thing. Obviously, in terms of Assassin's Creed games, it was like the most, dare I say, like, different. It was definitely a very different game than a lot of the other games. On its own, as a pirate game, fantastic game. But I think that there was a bit of a departure from the main storyline, for sure, with Black Flag. But that being said, I loved the game. I thought it was fantastic. Even as an Assassin's Creed game, for what it was, I absolutely loved and adored the game. But I played it. I'm done. You know? Oh, shut up, Smeg. Whatever, man. Whatever. Ubisoft? No, Ubisoft. Oh my god. Oh my god, I gotta see if my soundboard is working. Oh, my soundboard's not working. Guys, we've got to fix this. I cannot go the rest of the stream without the soundboard working. We have got to fix this. Hang on. You'll know if it's working because you'll hear me talking to myself in a second. You hear that? Now we're hearing me twice. All right. Try that shit again. There you go. Oh no, that's not soft. This would be soft. There we go. Witcher 3 getting a new DLC. Yeah, my concern about that, I'm just going to call you Zat Attack because I can't even begin to think about how to pronounce your name. ZT Attack. Is the fact that it's like, I'm okay with the concept of Ciri being the protagonist of Witcher 4. I know a lot of people are shitting on him, and CD Projekt Red deserves a lot of the hate they get. But I'm okay with Ciri being the protagonist. Obviously, that was the natural progression of how things were going to go. My issue is, what are they going to do in the DLC to try to, like, retcon the entire story, right? It'll be the benching of Geralt. Right, that's really the problem I have with it. Is this a quartering stream? That's it. I'm out of here. You know, just for that, you get a freebie. Here you go. You can all thank Smeg for that. I cut that off early. That is not AI. That's an old clip of Melanie Mac. Yeah, no, I saved that one. The minute I found that on Twitter, I'm like, I'm saving that shit. Witcher 3 old devs all moved on and are making that vampire game. A lot of them did. And I'm really hoping it's good.
I declare bankruptcy!
NAAAAUUUURRRRRR. Smeg with the 2. It's okay, man. It's okay. I know that you apologize and you want to be forgiven, and you're forgiven now, so you're good. No worries.
All right, guys. Here comes the shower of support. All right, let's continue.
Oh, man. All right, let's check out what Tebow's up to. Sees Melanie Mac clip when I click the link. I'm sorry, McKinney. I'm so sorry, man. Golden shower support. I feel like that would be a DSP stream if I ever watched his shit. Like, every stream I feel like could be exactly the same. What are you doing, Smeg? Come on, man.
Dan.
Wait, what did it say? Did it say Fark? Oh, man, you got robbed. You really got robbed on that one. No poor DSP. We're not feeling sorry for DSP. DSP is a cockroach. You need intel. I watch him all the time. Oh my god, Elgon. Now I suddenly know why you're here. I understand why you're here. Okay. TTS hates you. TTS is racist against our southern brethren. I mean, technically Australia is south, but it's also like, well, it's either way. It's either direction. People don't hate DSP enough. Agreed. Lord Farquaad. Oh my god. I dare say my head is not quite as big as Farquaad's. I've got a big head for my size, but it's not quite the Farquaad size. Yeah, don't ever give him any money. All right. What is Sony cooking? Gameplay reveals from top studios around the world. Over 1 hour. Oh my god, this is over an hour long. Oh my god. Yeah, no. No. Oh, look, the PS5 State of Play special menu. Savage sticks, warm pretzel sticks coated with garlic basil oil. So you can get a Parmesan pretzel with marinara for $12. No, thank you. Oh my god, people are such... They say there's a sucker born every minute, right? So that's tomorrow. Okay, well, guys, I can't stream this tomorrow. I'll be at work, and it's not a day where I could just stream it for work. I got too much shit to do tomorrow, but we'll have something to talk about for sure on Wednesday. That'll be interesting. So, like I said, I don't personally have too much to look forward to from Sony, mainly because I don't typically play a lot of the single-player Sony games. I don't give a shit. I was never a PlayStation fanboy. And now that they're going to be pulling back all their single-player titles that I don't play anyways, I could care less. If they don't announce Bloodborne 2, then I don't care about any of it. Right, I mean, that's really, truly what it comes down to, I think. You know? That really is what it comes down to. Let me see here. Let me get caught up on chat. The troll community, and there are phenomenal LARPers. Oh, I bet. 100% I believe it. Are people printing money? I mean, okay. So when we went to NASCAR, when we took the kids to Arizona a couple years ago for our one vacation for the rest of our lives, I'm still paying that shit off. There was a place that had the most incredible, like, hand-rolled soft pretzels I've ever had in my life. And I say this as somebody who grew up around, like, pretzel stores and stuff, because we owned one at one point. And that shit was insanely good. And I think with a cheese sauce or a dip or a marinara or whatever, it was like $10 total. But that was like this massive hand-rolled pretzel, like with a sauce. From Phoenix, so at the Phoenix racetrack there for NASCAR, it's a place called Ben's Pretzels, and it's typically only in like the South, Midwest, like Texas area and stuff. Thought you liked them hard. Oh, fuck off. But yeah, Ben's Pretzels, if you were ever over there, it is legit like the best pretzel I've ever had in my life. So good. Not a fan of Souls-like. Grew up on the Atari 2600 NES. Everything was Souls-like. However, Knight's Path and Lords of Fallen are hitting. Dude, honestly, I'm more excited and hopeful about Knight's Path, but I'm also very, very cautiously... I'm trying to be realistic about Knight's Path because we've seen very little of the actual like gameplay, like how the combat systems are going to be, what the RPGs, like skill trees and everything else are going to look like. So it's going to have to like prove it when it's time, right? Lords of the Fallen, I just personally didn't care for the first game, so I'm really hoping the second game's more of a slam dunk.
Declare.
Oh my god, dude, you got to stop. You're just wasting your money.
Come on, TTS, give me a win. Far K Dan.
Far K. Dude, you're making me feel bad because you're getting robbed left and right, and it's never going to give you a win. Never. It's never going to give you a win. Far K. After the 2.0 update, yes, but at that point, I have already got so many other games to play. I need to do a fresh playthrough, like not even playthrough, like a fresh character, start off from scratch, make a new character, and then play Lords of the Fallen. Because I quit, and then they did the 2.0 patch, and I've tried to go back. It's like, no, I need to start from scratch. I'm supposed to beg for money. Dude, I would be the most... Like, I'd be a starving, broke baker if I had to beg for money. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Oh, my God.
I declare, death must shave.
Death must? Oh, my God, man. Okay. All right. Thank you for the 2. Thank you, Smeg, for the 2. Hang on. What have we not played yet? What have we not done yet? Let me see here. No, I gotta save that other one for a special occasion. Here we go.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
I mean, the story for Knight's Path, Tekla, I think is gonna be your typical, from a squire to a noble knight, and there's gonna be like, dragons and stuff, and so, I don't know. It seems like one of those things. Yeah, it's good PR for the culture war, but they still haven't delivered on the game side. I think Lords of the Fallen, for people who have actually played the first game, and I don't, Black Cat, you might have played it, I don't know. Like I said, I would rather finish Elden Ring's DLC. I would rather go back and finish Black Myth Wukong. I'd rather go back to playing first Berserker Kazan than start playing Lords of the Fallen. It just did not connect. I mean, guys, you know I'm really hyped about Mortal Shell 2, and I loved that game. But for me, there's something about Lords of the Fallen that I just can't connect to. LTG child support court hearing footage. LTG, what is that? I'm just going off of how awesomely the response. Oh, dude, for real. For real. And Father Saunders, the thing about it is, if we all recall, we all know somebody. I'm not saying anybody in the chat.
I declare
Lugia, I hope sometime soon.
bankruptcy!
I hope sometime
When is
soon.
Mortal Shell 2 coming out?
I'm really hoping by the end of I think it's supposed to be later this year. I will 100,000% figure out a way, although I'm probably gonna be really busy with work and everything else. I will figure out a way to play it day one. We'll stream it. I mean, dude, the Elden Ring DLC is really cool. God, it's one of my unfinished games. I'm basically like right before the end of the DLC. I haven't finished it. Expedition 33. I got to Act 3, which is basically like you can finish it in like an hour or two, I guess, and I still haven't finished it, you know? I don't know. I'm bad at finishing games. Oh, Low Tier God, DSP's Nemesis. Okay, yeah. Thank you for the 2, Luigi. Appreciate you, man. Man, I am pumped. I am hyped for Mortal Shell 2. That game looks phenomenal. And I loved the first game. So I know it's not for everybody, but for me, I loved the first game. Yeah. So talking about some Sony news, Sony's reminding everyone that PlayStation age verification is coming soon. I mean, look, I'm as a dad, as somebody who doesn't want minors having access to shit they shouldn't have, I understand it's a concern for a lot of these companies. I despise the whole protect the kids argument. It always is bullshit for, nefarious reasons. I hate how they try to like cloak everything in, oh, think of the kids. I will think of the kids. I'm going to parent my own fucking kids. You worry about, let other people worry about their kids, right? Drop 33 during Act 3. Yeah, and it's not that I'm upset with the game or didn't like the story or don't want to finish it. It's just, I don't know, man. It's kind of like once I finish it, I know I'm never going to play it again. And that's the hard part. 250 days from now, Mortal Shell 2 comes out according to box pre-orders available in Poland. So how many days are we into this year? That's the beginning of 2027, isn't it? 365 days a year. We're already more than 100 days. And yeah, that's like what, February or something. Right now you're in the situation of not playing it. Yeah. Whose boyfriend told... What the hell, man? What are you talking about? I always heard you finished early. Are we talking in general or lately? Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Oh my god. All right. What was I saying? My anus. Oh my god. Shut the fuck up. I can't stand people wanting the government to do their job for them. Yeah. Trust me. I know. And somebody mentioned shovelware earlier. PlayStation to eliminate 1,000 more shovelware games from their store. I'm like, oh, so they're not going to have Last of Us Part 3, right? Oh my god. He said in general or lately. Yeah. I just can't. I can't win with you guys. I love this. I want to see if Nintendo's ever going to do this. You guys know how much shovelware is on Nintendo? And I get it. The PC haters going to be like, what about PC? It's like, we all know that PC's got a bunch of shovelware. If you're stupid, you don't, or if you're smart, you don't spend your money on it. You kind of get what you pay for. Is what it is. Oh my god, we're getting into the gay stuff now. That's just insane.
Do I need to be liked?
What the fuck, Smeg with the 5 gifted? Oh my god, man. Dude, you gotta chill.
Do I need to be liked? Absolutely not. I like to be liked.
You got somebody named Roberto Sabato. My name was that. Romantic. Roberto Sabato. Yo, Smeg with the 5 gifted. Okay, you're gonna get your clip again.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
Dude, real life will never be as good as that clip. That right there might be the greatest clip on the internet, like for all time. Smeg with the 5 gifted. Holy crap, dude. Appreciate the hell out of you, man. I'm sure they were. They want to track everyone and what they're doing online. Oh, I believe the government was already planning this. Let's be real. The school education kind of prove how brainwashed kids are. Yeah, I mean, for real. All right, so getting into the Pride Month, the gay stuff. Here we go. We're just gonna dive right in. Okay, we're gonna go balls deep on this one. Or do trans have? No, we're not even gonna go there. Hassan Becker. Oh my god. Anyways. I saw this one from Gay Not Queer, and I said a trans man cuts a trans woman's hair and turns him into an uglier dude than he was before. So I'm gonna make you guys suffer through this one. I saved it for this part of the stream instead of putting it at the beginning because we're gonna get into all the pride stuff.
But it's not.
Here we go.
What are we doing? A lot of the times I go to places, they cut my hair in the way that I described, but it's not really suited to like my face or skull shape. I kind of want to show off the tattoos.
Oh my God, Plix.
Now I am doing this more to annoy than anything.
I mean, if you want to spend your money to annoy, that's up to you, man. I appreciate the hell out of you. You don't have to do that. But thank you for the 2, Plix. Appreciate you. What have we not played yet? Oh, I got this one.
We were just discussing ideas of
Oh, it's too quiet.
the new Prince Eric movie.
Put a chick in it, make her gay. Put a diverse woman in it, make it gay.
But Mrs. Kennedy, Bambi's a baby deer.
Fuck baby deer, put a chick in it, make her gay.
Actually, it's really fitting given that what we're talking about now. Actually, the timing worked out pretty perfectly on that. What in the hell is this? This is what looks like it used to be a woman cutting the hair of what looks like it wants to be a woman.
A bit on the side, but I also don't want it to look like sideburns. I guess I'm trying to go for something feminine.
I mean, we could do short and make them like pointy, which is more feminine. And then in the front, we can have it a little bit more textured.
Now, I want you guys to know, because of that video that I did on the Luna Abyss game, and the clip that I uploaded on Twitter, kind of like, got decent views, got a lot of traction. Guys like Rev and Vera and Smash, and they all covered it and stuff. I linked my video down below, and this dude responds, he's like, it's funny how outraged they are when the video from this guy sounds like he's a trans man or trans-coded. I'm like, are we saying like I'm male to female or female to male? Because if you're saying male to female, that's fine, whatever. If you're saying I sound like a woman, like, hell no.
So you have this like really short but kind of like messy texture that kind of gives it some softness. What are we doing with the back? Are you wanting to keep as much length as possible? Do you want...
Yeah, I think
you gotta wait till the end. You just gotta... This is not a parody. This is not a meme.
Everything being really long.
I guess I would say just leave it long for now.
So with doing...
You guys you're ruining the video.
Just want to add in on the
oh my
annoyance.
God. Just want to add in on the annoyance. Thank you for the 2, Smeg. Appreciate you, man. Dude's a moron. He wants to be showing the tattoos, which will show his male face details, and then act surprised that people don't think he's a woman. We're not talking about people that have logic or reason, okay? There's no logic or reason to be had here.
Doing it shorter on the top and the sides, it is going to create a little bit more masculine of a shape. Like the cut that you brought in is kind of like androgynous. So it's long in the back, which is great. We can have the feminine sideburns, but it is more of like a punk version.
Aesthetic
with
terrorism.
Your aesthetic that you have going on. I feel like it fits. And at the same time, doing it tighter on the sides and having the bangs forward is a little bit more
You just gotta wait till the end. It's worth it. It's worth it. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna push all of this forward. The bangs are gonna come down to eyebrow length, and then the sides will be tighter. It's gonna be a short sideburn so we can show off the tattoos.
But are we ruining the video or making it better?
You can't ruin it. It's just you got to get to the end. Thank you for the 2, Plex. I mean, there's nothing that's gonna make this worse. How do you make a feminine haircut? You start by being a woman. That's the easiest way to have a feminine haircut.
And then have the hairline be a little bit more textured and soft too. Do you want it to be like short sides and then long back, or do you want it to be like short and then it kind of transitions into long?
Dude, they go through all this and just wait. Looks like an 80s rock band, right?
If you think it would look way better the other way, then do that.
I would honestly recommend the blend to the back a little bit, just to give it a little bit more cohesive a shape.
You guys are making this 2-minute video take like an hour.
I'd say we are making it better.
I don't disagree. This one's pretty cringe, but you just gotta wait till we got 20 seconds. 20 seconds, guys. Come on, 20 seconds. It's worth it. The payoff is worth it. I promise. And thanks for the 2, Smeg.
Awesome. What pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
Great. Let's do it.
I do want to comment though. This is me pausing it. I understand. I'm a hypocrite. The misery on this person's face. Now, look, as somebody who's got tattoos, I've got tattoos all over me. There are certain times when you see somebody who's tattooed and you know that they're doing it out of like self-loathing or self-hatred or just, I don't know, misery, depression. You can just tell that they just do not like themselves, and it comes out in various ways. This person might be the most no, this is a dude. David, this is a dude. This might be the most miserable man I've ever seen in my life. Like more miserable than freaking Will Smith is. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Hardcore Mode, this one's bad. Oh my God. Hang on. You almost missed it right there. Okay. Oh my god.
Bankruptcy!
Oh my god, it is a longer stream, isn't
longer
it?
stream is always a win.
Yeah, we're gonna end up going past midnight. Holy shit. Thank you for the 5 angels. Holy shit, man. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just gonna play this one again because I think it's fitting.
Wait, back up. Do you think that I'm retarded?
I think this person's retarded. Yes. So all that conversation, the reason I said the payoff is worth it, is all that conversation just to end up with this haircut right here.
I declare
Midnight Cowboy. It'll be midnight here before you know it.
Midnight Cowboy.
Oh my god. And that caption alone. The end is a pseudo mullet. All of that conversation about trying to feminize this guy, and she gave him a fucking mullet. Okay? You look like a dude now. Good job.
I declare
Oh man.
bankruptcy!
The Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers look. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, honestly, this is like, this right here is worse. Beforehand, he did kind of look like Pirate Software, right? I'm not even kidding. Somebody said Pirate Software. That's what I thought when I first saw him. It looks like Thor. You go to here, and it's like, what were you thinking? You just brutalized this man. Like, this is like, you know how gays and lesbians don't get along? It's like, I guess, do trans women and trans men also have like this beef, like they hate each other? Because this looks like this woman did this intentionally. She did this haircut out of spite, I swear to God. She's like, well, I couldn't be a pretty woman, and neither are you. You don't see a difference? Go from this. So hang on. Okay. Look at the side. You got to look at the side of the hair here. Okay? Look at the hair here. And then look at this. She gave him like sideburns and shaved up, shortened the sides, and then chopped off some of the back to feminize him. When the original hairstyle, she gave him like an angry, like lesbian punk rocker haircut. Like the kind of haircut girls give themselves when they don't want to look feminine. She's more of a lesbian. I swear to God, like he looked more feminine before. And she made him look more like a dude. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Face was just by the filter, but it missed the tattoos. Terrible haircut, though. Yeah, terrible haircut. Harry Potter's long lost brother. Staring is making me uncomfortable. Yeah. Who is she or who he or it? This is a dude, and the person cutting the hair was a woman. He can now join a gay biker gang. I swear to God, this is the crap that I find spending too much time on Twitter, guys. This is the cringe that I suffer through, okay? Speaking of cringe, we've now reached the pinnacle of cringe. Halo doing their pandering yet again. Same bullshit, different year. Different holiday, different whatever you want to call it. Now, here's the craziest part, guys. The craziest part is I don't give two shits about Xbox anymore. Cage, I'm sorry, man. I know that you are a resident Xbot, and I love you for it. Don't show me that. I know that Cage, if he's still here... Oh, no, Cage went to bed. That's right. So Cage doesn't have to be here to suffer through this. Cage loves Xbox. Unfortunately, Xbox doesn't love anybody who used to play Xbox. Green boxes are ugly, yeah. I hate Pride Month. I'm so thankful I live in a country where no one celebrates it here. You know, Kanyo, it didn't used to be a whole month. His name is Jason. Screw his middle name. He doesn't deserve it. Yeah, Tekla, I 100%, that's what I feel like. I 100% agree with you there, dude.
Bankruptcy!
Smeg didn't watch the video? What?
Smeg didn't watch the video. Ha
Wait.
Smeg.
What video did Smeg not watch? Oh, who's the she here? Okay, yeah. No, he suffered through it with us. He did. Unless Smeg actually was tuning out while we were watching it. He's probably like not looking. He's got the sound turned off. He's just super chatting like, I'm not gonna look. All right, so we all know that Halo, and thank you for the 2, Plix. Appreciate you, man. We all know that Halo and Microsoft and Xbox, they've been doing this bullshit for years, right? Every time they get a chance to do like African History Month, Latino History Month, God, we've seen this cringe shit with Bungie going back to like the whole, the fist, the one that I photoshopped the burrito into the fist on. Like, this is the shit they've always done. I also don't know, I want to know why it's always the ugliest paint schemes they can imagine. Like, why is it they intentionally
Things
make the
like
characters look
tangible
hideous?
things that you can point to and say, hey man, I love you.
Oh my
This
god,
many
Makini,
dollars
100%, dude.
This is just a giant month of virtue signaling that doesn't mean anything once July 1st rolls
That's
around.
the craziest thing, and thanks for the 5, dude. You're 100% right. It is the craziest thing that people even buy into this shit. And you'll see in a minute. We'll talk about some of this stuff when people are like, this leans into racist dog whistling, or this leans into blah, blah, blah. But they love this stuff. You go, so you love being pandered to for one day or 1 week or 1 month out of the year. And then these companies drop you like a bad habit and they go, okay, fuck off. We used you and we're done now. But you'll complain when there's a heterosexual character or a white character in a setting that it makes sense in, like we're going to talk about Knight's Path in a little bit here. Fisting shrimp burrito. No, man, I gotta find it. It was when Bungie was celebrating like the power of Latinx or some shit, and then the Latinos are like, stop calling us Latinx. We hate that, you know. They definitely changed their logos in the Middle East. No, they want to celebrate everything else except for Americans. Yeah, they don't want to celebrate being American. They don't want you to be proud of your country, your heritage. No. So the quote tweets on this because, of course, the replies are all locked. You can't see anything. No replies. And the crazier part, let's refresh this a second. Hang on. This is over 1.1 million views and only has 6,000 likes. That's crazy. For a post that has no comments. Now, you can have a post go viral and it'll only have like 10 or 20,000 likes because the comments are full of people shitting on you, which is what happened to me. But it's like it still had like 20,000 likes. This here, because they locked the replies, people are like, oh, okay, more of their gay shit from Halo, right? Great way to save money by boycotting brands. Oh, for real. For real, 100%. No, I don't think it's botted. 1.1 million impressions, 6,000 likes. That for a locked reply post like this kind of thing with the cringe shit that they're doing, that sounds about right. Yeah, this motherfucker locked replies. Master Chief, mind telling me what you're doing on that? Oh my god, oh my god. Wow, disavow. Disavow. If I were from Mexico, I'd definitely be advocating for a burrito on the flag. Germany should have a hamburger. It really should. Why did Halo die? Now, okay. I've seen the argument about this. They always go, why do you guys always show this post where it's women's month and they take a photo of the women developers and you act like there's no men there? It's like, no, you're missing the point. We know that the majority of the developers there are still men. It's the emphasis on needing to get all of your bitches together to get a photo of them that is what's ruining gaming. It's that the feeling that, oh my god, we have to get everybody who is either convinced they're a woman or who actually is a breeding person or a birthing person or whatever into one photo, you know? At least half of those likes are actually bots, though, given how many screamy weenies left Twix for Blue Sky. I mean, it's possible. Everything in the internet's botted these days, right? I mean, pretty much everyone's admitted to the fact that the whole dead internet theory is real, that everything is either being recycled by bots or likes and impressions are all being done by bots. So it is what it is. Of course, most of them are men because most of these women are men too. There's a few of these women that I'm pretty sure are men. I think this one here, I've looked at this photo before. This is a very low quality version of it. I'm pretty sure one of these ones in the front row, it might be this one here, and then this one back here were both actually men. And then, of course, you got like the pink and the blue and the red hair and all that crazy shit. I identify as a competent woman. Then you're not a woman. I'm just kidding. Oh, but you're not a woman anyways, but still. And again, it's the reason for it. It's the emphasis. It's the fact that we need to put all of our women up front. No, they can work there. They can be qualified. They can be competent. Just let them do their job, right? Then you get retarded posts like this. Chief Canuck. Canuck. How the fuck do they say it? It's Canuck for Canadians, right? Canadians. The fact that replies are turned off reinforces why pride is still needed. Hate is not acceptable, period. Very cool coding, though. I mean, props to them on leaving their replies open, I guess. Canada sucks. Canuck. Yeah, I hate that term. It's so stupid. That's why I have no faith in Asha Sharma restoring the Xbox brand reputation. There was a video on that I was going to talk about, but it's like a 6-minute video from Laura Fryer. I don't think it's really worth talking about, to be honest. It's time to stop. Comments locked is telling me that everyone is gay fatigued. I do love that. I love the idea that because comments are locked, it's because people are hateful, racist, evil, homophobic, misogynist. Maybe people are tired of this bullshit corporate pandering. Okay, take away the entire conversation about homophobia, homosexuality, Pride Month, whatever. These are ugly ass skins. Can we all agree on that? They're hideous. They're ugly ass skins. So no matter what virtue signaling month it's for, people have the right to make fun of this shit. That right there tells you it's not just about being gay or about pride or whatever. People are fed up with the pandering. People are tired of, hey, look at this slop. It's for this, imaginary month that we're going to celebrate and then forget about. Midwit take, though, Halo Studios, Xbox are not going to break ranks with Microsoft and stop treating out every June. No, of course they're not. They're all going to work lockstep together. I mean, that just is what it is. Pretty sure that comment has more likes than the game has players right now. It probably does, dude, to be honest. I don't know how gatekeeping is possible today, but if something's for everyone, that's for no one. Does that make sense? You know, the thing about that, Father Saunders, is, yeah, and for example, you could take that argument with a game like Marathon and be, well, why should Marathon have to dumb down its game for people who don't play extraction shooters? And the answer is it shouldn't. But what Bungie should have done is made an extraction shooter that an audience was actually asking for, if they expected to make any money on it. Now, if they didn't worry about making money, then Marathon is doing exactly what they wanted it to do. They made the game they wanted for the audience they wanted and just let it be what it is. But they spent too much freaking time and money on it and made it for an audience of no one. So that you can make the game you want and do it where it's not every game is for every person. And I respect that philosophical take, or if you will. It's like, okay, yeah, I made this thing because I love the vision I had for this thing, and I don't care how many people love that or agree with it. That's great. But are you trying to sell it? Are you trying to make money off it? You know? It's not lipstick. It's chapstick. Thank you very much. I always have some on me. It's like, come on. It's not even cherry. It's plain ass, boring old chapstick. It's my emergency lube for mine. Make whatever you want, but not for 4 billion. Yeah, exactly. Just for whatever, yeah. Another funny assumption is that there's celebrating Pride Month actually reduces hate. No, Tekla, it makes more people mad because it makes more people fed up with the pandering. More people are sick and tired of the meaningless bullshit. That community note needs to be kicked to the curb. What is the community note? Oh my god, it's got Melanie Mack on it. Halo has always been a game, not a stage for identity politics. What? Like, I think this shit is retarded, but that note doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, you're not wrong, Oblivion. As somebody who tries to be objective with community notes when I'm rating them, that's a fucking retarded community note. And the one link is a Google share result. I've been married forever. I know meaningless bullshit. Oh my god. Yeah, so again, my entire point about that, it's like, it's not just about homophobia. It's like, you made some ugly ass skins. Oh my god. Yeah, there you go. Gay. Some of the responses to this are pretty damn funny. Love is love no matter what. Oh my god, gross. I love that too, the whole love is love thing. How about you take some pride in the Halo franchise and make some fucking games already? There you go. Okay. Right there. That deserves a repost based. I identify as a lesbian Master Chief. We already had that on the Halo TV show, didn't we? Pretty sure it's already been a thing. So, not to be outdone, we've got the Summer Game Fest coming up. Today at noon. This one happened at noon today, huh? Interesting. I didn't know that. They had the Mix Indie Showcase. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon, my time. Black Voices in Gaming. Oh, joy. Thursday, you've got the Latin America Game Showcase. And then, of course, not to be outdone, you've got the women-led games. Yeah, John Exiles, exactly. I think most people would agree with that statement right there. Because honestly, it just opens up so many doorways. It really does. What a way to kick off Woke Month. I told you all Summer Game Fest has turned into a lecture first Game Fest. Well, we saw a bit of this from the Game Awards too. When they were giving out like those bullshit awards between the ones that people cared about and the ones that nobody cared about. You know, they did this kind of pandering crap as well. It's not a new thing. I get that love is love. Can they not push it in our faces? No, they have to. They need validation. They're seeking approval and validation, so they're always going to try to shove it in your face because they need you to tell them it's good. and that it's equal to what you experience in your life. It's the same reason for like the whole trans visibility days and everything else. They need people to validate their lifestyles. That's all it is. That's what it comes down to. I mean, hang on a sec. I thought somebody messaged me on Twitter. Oh, I guess the little chat bubble would pop up if they did, didn't they? Okay, never mind. We're good. Oh my God, these guys. These guys are so stupid. We'll get into that in a minute. Why would you lock the reply on that? You're literally like a no follower account. Oh my God. Okay, I'll pull that up in a second. Holy shit. Y'all know how to detect sarcasm on Twitter, right? Can any of you guys, I'm gonna say like decently sift through posts on Twitter and determine what's sarcasm and what's not? New blacks, broccoli blacks. Oh my God.
Are the best way to show someone how
I
much
forgot I even had this up on the screen.
it is like this tangible thing.
Black
that you
VTuber
can
awards are
point
heroes
to
thing.
and say, hey,
What's
man,
the point of
I
having
love
a Black
you.
VTuber
This
award if
many
they're
dollars
voice acting or they're VTubers?
This
You can be
Black
whoever you
Voices
want
in
to.
gaming is such pathetic pandering, especially after the viral video that Muggin Lord TV made on why he was deemed
Oh
not
yeah, I
black
saw
enough
Mugen Lord
as a
covered
comic
that.
creator. Seriously, F these people.
Makini, thanks for the 10, buddy. And 100%. It's funny when you see people like Mugen Lord, like Kada, and a lot of other people who don't fall like into this pandering bullshit, and then they get called all sorts of racist shit by other black people because they're like, I don't need this Special Olympics award show for me because of my skin color. I want to actually be recognized because of the quality of the work that I do regardless of my skin color. And they get called all sorts of nasty shit. So yeah, 100%. No, as far as like the black VTuber thing, I don't understand it. Okay, so technically, if I'm a white guy but I make a black VTuber model and nobody knows I'm white, can I qualify as a black VTuber? It's stupid. It's the same thing with voice acting. Voice acting, you should be able to voice act for any character, whether it's a male, female, white, black, Asian, trans, non-binary, no limbs, whatever you are. It doesn't matter. This whole authentic voice casting shit is part of this entire like radical movement of all these fucking voice actors in games and movies who have a profound effect on the characters that they're making. Look at, does Erika Ishii ever play somebody who's not trans or gay or non-binary or lesbian? No, everything's always some sort of weird deviant sexuality because these people have to see themselves in the characters and they intentionally twist the characters and write the characters in a way that reflects for authentic voice casting. So what, black VTuber? What the fuck? What's the point? What's the point? Well, Tekla, I'm not asking to segregate everything by race, but a lot of the times what you'll see is like black Twitter will be asking for segregation. It's like, I thought people wanted segregation to end. I thought that was the whole point of the Civil Rights Act. You know? You missed that it was sarcasm? Wagon burner. Shame. Okay. All right. Come on. Yeah, and Kratos has been voiced by a black actor as well, and two black actors. And nobody ever complained. They are doing that to themselves? Well, yeah. Yeah, blacks now want segregation back. It's a thing. Exactly. I've seen that before. Is there a single game made by... Are we talking about a game made by one black person, like an indie game? Or are we talking about, you know, like a team of black people? I don't know. Most of the blacks calling out Mugen and Kada are not actually black, just hiding behind a black avatar. I have to believe a certain amount of them are black. I know a lot of them are white liberals who are trying to like be the anti-racist, trying to stick up for their black compatriots and all that. But yeah, exactly. And thanks again for the 10, Mikini. Appreciate the hell out of you, man. Want to know why? Because they didn't shove it all in our face. Two Kratos voice actors did a good job. And dude, yeah, exactly. They were awesome in the roles, right? Cyberpunk was originally made by a black man. Yeah, Chris Judge seems like a cool dude. He seems really awesome. I didn't even play the God of War games, but Chris Judge is awesome. And I've seen like the video clips of Kratos and stuff. You could not replace the voice with anybody else. He's perfect for the role. Primarily translates to bitter. Interesting. Why are we talking about Japanese? I mean, I'd love to learn Japanese at some point, but why are we talking about Japanese? Let's see here. Like, pretending to be black as well. Oh my God, the Indians, dude, that was the craziest thing. I saw that on Twitter like a week ago. Indian accounts like identifying with black people, and you go to their account and it says based in India. You go, what the fuck is this? Like, these people are insane. All right, so moving on. Oh God, you got from Riot Games, Pride 2026, art, community, and new ways to express yourself. Oh yeah, Yeah, I've seen this shit all over the place. Happy Pride. Since 2018, we've celebrated Pride across our games and across Riot. This year, with more games than ever before, all our games are celebrating Pride together by spotlighting LGBTQIA plus creators, artists, cosplayers, and community members throughout the month. Well, LGBTQIA plus cosplayers, that's like 99% of them. I mean, most female cosplayers, I think, probably identify as at least bisexual, I'd imagine. So, in-game League, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift will have new Pride-themed content to bring more ways to express your pride while roaming the Rift, holding B or hitting a high roll in the convergence. You know what's crazy, guys? I played Guild Wars, which is made by a very woke company, at least woke by, today's standards now. ArenaNet was the ones who did Guild Wars. I think they're based in Redmond or Seattle or whatever. And even 15, 16 years ago when I was playing Guild Wars, they didn't do any Pride shit, as I recall. There was none of that. And that wasn't that long ago. I know I'm old, haha, Unk and all that stuff, Serrano, thank you very much. But it wasn't that long ago, and they didn't do any of that bullshit back then. You'll be not black enough, Uncle Tom, my favorites. Yeah, exactly, the raccoon stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Is there some hidden message? I'm coming out hetero. Hang on. Don't I have that one? I need to add that one to my list of office clips. I'm coming out myself. I am coming out hetero. Leighton gayer than a $2 bill. QC Jerks, you are the resident Leighton gay. But it's all good, man. Thought June was Military Appreciation Month. June is my birthday month and Father's Day. So screw all the rest of this crap. The Pride Month, there's more drama. Well, that's because the gays love drama, right? The Insomniac, Bethesda, Ubisoft, all been compromised. Shell their former selves. Yeah. Dude, exactly. Everyone disqualified has moved on. Kratos doesn't even sound black. He just sounds like Kratos. Because it was a great voice actor. That's the point. The point is it's just a great voice actor. Happy Pride Month. Oh no, I think you're in the wrong chat. Oh my god, here's what's coming to League, Valorant, TFT, and Wild Rift. League is celebrating Pride 2026 with 2 new emotes. We shine together with Twisted Fate, Caitlyn, and Leona. They even made the shark gay. Oh my god. Like this, and this goes back to the whole, like, the effeminate black man trope. What are they doing? Like, what are they doing with this? Why is it that you can't have black men, black male characters in games that haven't been super feminized at this point? Like, this is actually crazy. That's insane. You have all the... Oh my god, dude. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Here's the thing about the whole Men's Mental Health Month thing. I don't need a month. I really don't. I don't need an honorary day. I don't need any of that shit. That's the thing. It does piss me off when people are like, what about this? What about that? Why can't we have a straight... Guys, I don't want any of that stuff. I don't want a white month. I don't want a straight month. I don't want a men's month. I don't want a men's mental health month. I don't want a prostate month. I don't want any of that stuff. Happy military hetero straight dude month and no. I don't want any of that. Thank you. I legitimate don't want any of that at all.
Thank you
Oh
very
my
much,
god,
sir.
what is going
You're a
on?
gentleman and a scholar.
Okay, is that Streamlabs crapping out and catching up on subscribers, or is that like bots? Because I don't want to fucking deal with bots. I think that must have been Streamlabs like crapping out and finally catching up.
It is
It's June, so it has Father's Day and that's it. Yeah, well, my birthday and Father's Day.
I love you. This many dollars worth.
Black History Month has lost all meaning to me a long time ago.
Well, Makini, are you black? Oh, right, piss off holidays and rent. No, I'm not saying that we can't have holidays. I'm not saying we can't have holidays. I'm saying is I don't need the virtue signaling crap. I don't need like special identification for being, a certain gender or ethnicity. And thank you for the 10, Makini. Holy crap, you're black. I mean, I know that you don't look like your avatar. I know that you do art and stuff. I didn't assume that you were black, though. Yeah, no, so exactly. And here's the thing. When I was a kid, Black History Month wasn't pushed as heavily, and I'm pretty sure it was a thing, But like I learned about Black American figures like George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington and all the typical names that you'd hear. And what was his name? Harold Douglas, I think his name was in Congress. You just learned about those guys that was part of American history. It's just American, you know. Coming to stream on your birthday, I'll sing you happy birthday. I'll let you know. It depends on what I'm doing that day. I was gonna try. I don't know what the fuck to say at this point. Just say happy June. Just say, you know, happy June. Frederick Douglass, thank you. For whatever reason, that one I blanked on that one. I can see him in my mind. I just couldn't name him. It's shame. I don't, guys. You're missing the point. And thanks again for the 10, McKinney. Appreciate you, man. I'm sick and tired when the comparisons are made and they go, why don't we have a month for this? Can we just stop with the months? They're meaningless. Black history is American history. Exactly. It's like, trust me, no matter how many people call me like a white supremacist or a white nationalist, like, look, I don't want the only people in America to be white people. I know there are people that are going to say that. I think we need to remain a majority white Christian English heritage nation, sure, but that doesn't mean that you can't also recognize that there's other types of people that live here as well. But that's more about culture than anything else. When you bring in too many people who are from a different culture and they change everything about your country, that's a problem. You know, that's an issue. Homeschooled, so I didn't know about gays until 12 years old and still understand why people didn't like black people until I got a job and had to deal with them. It's not all black people. And it's not all of any one type of people. Unfortunately, though, there's a lot of stereotypes that turn out to be true in life in general. And I mean, I live around a bunch of people who are stereotypes, and they're not black. I live around mostly white people, and 50% of them are a stereotype. You know, yeah, genetically Mexican, all American. Yeah, exactly. I don't care who you want to be, just leave me out of it, right? As kids, we know about 25th of April in Portugal, but only properly to learn about all the way in 8th class or 9th. I forgot since it happened in 1975. Stuck in Mosul, and I want someone to bring me home. Oh my god. I'm not. I mean, I've got a brother who's an officer in the army. I'll see what he can do. He's supposed to be a helicopter pilot, but he hasn't flown a helicopter in many years, as I recall. So you might be fucked, but you know, good luck on that one. Yeah, I don't know what all those subscriber notifications were because the numbers on my studio didn't change. I wonder if that was like fucking backlog or bots or something. That's just crazy. Has me a little worried. There was a YouTuber who was a Redditor stereotype. I'm sure there's more than one of those, dude. I'm sure there's far more than one. A ghost? No, not a ghost. More like bots. More like either Streamlabs barely catching up. Oh my god. Okay. All right. This is intentional. I'm starting to believe that this is intentional. Okay. This right here. 5 legendary LGBTQ plus games to play during Pride Month. All right. And number one they have on the cover here, of course, Last of Us 2, Hades, and some game named Celeste that I know nothing about, right? What's crazy about this, Baldur's Gate 3 apparently is a gay game. Now, I understand it has the bear fucking and you can be bisexual, lesbian, gay, whatever in the game. I understand. It's a very open-ended RPG, no pun intended. Isn't it all intentional? It's very intentional. But to call it an LGBTQ plus game, one of the biggest LGBTQ plus games of the decade, I'm like, this game, it doesn't exist to be a gay game as I understand it. It exists to be a game where you can literally do whatever you want to. Even if it's free, I won't play that shit. Last of Us 2, I wouldn't touch that game with a 10-foot pole. They keep giving away Tell Me Why game during this month. I've never heard of that one. Then you got this one, Celeste, the definitive trans game masterpiece. All right, that sounds like one I can skip. Released, what, 7 years ago, 8 years ago? Good show us, I won't be playing these games. Then, of course, you've got Hades. Now, this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part. Hades, they've latched onto, and Hades 2 went like super gay, right? The second game was like, oh, it was like pandering to all the weirdos and freaks. I really liked the first game. I really liked Hades. Had no problem with it. But because you have romance options on both genders in the game, which has been basically like a standard for games for like the last 20 years, they call this a gay game. It's like the gay people own this game now, you know? Something that was retconned later, the game itself is nothing trans. Of course, it's always that way. Yeah, would Dragon Age 1 be a gay game? Well, it would only be a gay game if you made your character gay. I mean, there you go. Never understood the hype. It was a fun game. I played it all the way to the end twice. So, because it's a roguelike, you have to, you know, die and level up. And of course, you level up your weapons. As you go through the game, you select different boons. And then, of course, it depends on the path you take. It could be, it's different each time you go through it. At the end of the day, it was a very fun game. I thought it was great. But I got to the very end and I was just like, you know, I almost beat the boss, and I'm like, I don't feel like putting all those hours back into it just to beat it. Not a chick in a wheelchair. The second game, they put Hephaestus, or which is the god in Greek mythology that's like the tinkerer, the inventor. They put him in a wheelchair. He's fat with his big ass belly in a wheelchair, and all like Alyssa Mercante, and I remember freaking what's her face over at The Verge. They were like gooning. Yeah, Hephaestus. They were gooning on the fat wheelchair guy, talking about how sexy he was. So yeah. The Sims in general, 25 years of representation. Oh yeah. Yeah, The Sims, super gay. And then of course The Last of Us Part 2. Now, these same people will tell you that the hate for Last of Us 2 is unwarranted, it's homophobic and this and that. But then they'll come out here and praise it as being the most gay game ever. The best gay game of all time. It's like, maybe if y'all shut the fuck up about it and just let people play the game.
It is like this tangible thing
you know?
that you can point to and say, hey man, I love you. This many
dollars really?
Worth.
Knight of Azure?
Where is my Knight of Azure game? That game has anime lesbians.
Azure? I don't even know how to pronounce that.
How come it's not on that list?
Has anime lesbians? I had no idea. Dude, I never played Last of Us 1 because I don't give a shit about, like, the Last of Us or Sony single-player games. The funny thing is all these people being like, oh, PC gamers are so mad that they're not going to get those Sony. I don't give a crap about any single-player Sony title. I couldn't care less. I've never played a single one, and I'm good. Is that a hentai game? Oh my god, man. Yeah, is the game good? It's gay. But is it good? No, it's gay, man. Exactly. It's a gay game. Baldur's Gate's not an LGBT game. Got the original Tales of the Sword Coast, Shadows of Am, and Throne of Baal. BGDA and BGDA 2 have nothing to do with anything LGBT. Yeah, the only Baldur's Gate that I remember playing was on my GameCube, and that was Baldur's Gate 3, not 3. Dark Alliance, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. And I don't even remember anything in that game about like romance or relationships or gay or whatever. But thanks to the 5, Lucia, yeah, honestly, that's one of those ones that I know the name, but I don't think I've ever even seen it. At this point, I'm just going to walk until I see lights. Oh my god, man. Good luck, dude. Godspeed. Take plenty of water. Yeah, the hate is unwarranted. Joel being killed and disrespected. Am I a joke to you? Now, of course, it wouldn't be talking about Pride Month without having Kenneth Shepard from Kotaku. This man is such a sick freak, it's not even funny. Overwatch's Pride event broke my heart. And then in parentheses, derogatory. Lifeweaver lore is always welcome, even if it kills a year-long stream. I don't know. I forgot water and shoes. Damn, man. Can you swim in sand? Should I watch a trailer real quick? I could pull that up. Hang on. Gay BS is highlighted to an extreme degree, and now the mediocre titles with mega gameplay are available. Yeah, because there's representation, and we've seen this before, guys. This is kind of like when the anti-woke audience was clinging on to games. Like I said earlier in the stream, there was some people, you probably knew somebody, that was praising Code Violet before the game came out because it had a attractive character. I thought she looked like crap. But there were people who were like, oh, Code Violet's so based, haha, she's so hot. Okay, no. That character looks like shit. All right, hang on a second. Knights of Azure? Not a review. Launch trailer. Is this going to be a gacha game? Hang on a second. Let me see here. We'll switch to this screen for a second. Yeah, exactly. Overwatch, they're all bisexual, right? an RPG game, oh. No worries, Blix. Oh, what is it? Turn-based?
私は君のために戦う。
Two girls, one stance.
君と一緒に歩んでいきたいんだ。
それは
お前はこの世界どちらが聖女を守るにふさわしい勝負です。
Gotta play this game on stream indefinitely. I get it. I understand you are a man of culture, and I respect it. I don't know that this is going to be on my list. Is it even on Steam? Probably. I mean, for me, turn-based games have got to be something where it's like a really good game. So going back, like way back, Third Age, Gladius, those kind of games were awesome. This is loud. Well, last time I was on stream and I was playing videos, you guys said they weren't loud enough. Now I'm blowing your ears out, apparently. Well, damn it. I just can't fix my shit, apparently. Let me see if it's on Steam. Hang on. I'll check later. Well, damn it, guys. You got to tell me these things. Why can't you tell me ahead of time? Depends on the turn-based game. If you go back like way back, Gladius, Third Age, a lot of those games were pretty fun. But it's got to be the right game. Final Fantasy, obviously. They're not all normalized to the same volume. Well, why aren't they? Why aren't they? Come on. With each subsequent year, Overwatch's annual Pride Month event has filled out more of its queer characters' lives than I did. I can't even read this shit. This year's Pride Month story is essentially a team-up comic for Lifeweaver and Venture, Overwatch's non-binary archaeologist. What's his complaint? However, once Talon operative Domina shows up looking for Lifeweaver, the team experiences the near-death experience. You can watch the whole thing narrated by Venture. I'm thrilled Lifeweaver's finally getting some love, blah, blah, blah. But I, like many others, had really latched onto the Lifeweaver and Baptist ship when the latter's bisexuality was found. This man is such a fucking freak. Like, this is the same dude who had a hard-on for Bowser and Luigi getting together, he's like, Leon Kennedy, I'm on prep. I'm ready for you to blow my ass out, you know? JG, I think it depends on who you ask. I think the game is, like, it's a decent game that's not too heavy when it comes to, like, you know, the forced diversity and shit, but it does have obvious... like, again, like, you have M is now Indian, Moneypenny's black, every third character in the game is brown. So it's like, okay, so, you know, clearly there's things about that people have issues with. The game's a little hand-holdy for some people, a little bit on rails with, like, the racing parts or the driving parts. Excuse me. So, I don't know. 7 out of 10. I think most people, it's like a 7 out of 10. Everyone, I've seen people saying, like, oh my god, this game's amazing, and then I watch the gameplay, I'm like, yeah, this, for me, I'd say it's boring. But bastardized Hitman formula for mass appeal, it's corporal linear slop. Yeah, in general, what I've seen from most people, they say it's like, oh, it's like an 8 out of 10. I'm like, I'm fine with an 8 out of 10. My problem is a $70 game that's only 12 to 15 hours to beat. That seems insane. Oh, speaking of Pride Month, you guys want a jump scare? For anybody who's not aware, Jason Schreier is now on YouTube. Yes, Jason Schreier of Blizzard fame, who apparently knew all about all the shit going on behind the scenes and then wrote a book about it because that's apparently how he rolls. Jason Schreier's on YouTube, and I just had to play this, like, 10 seconds of this for anybody who has not heard this man yet. Elden Ring is better than the James... Well, that's a no-brainer. Elden Ring is better than most games, okay? I had to listen to him speak, and so, yeah. So now... So do you.
Hello. So, last week I did a video about why video games have gotten so expensive to make, and I did a little bit of napkin math to kind of calculate the
John, he's
burn
lying.
rate that studios go through, which if you remember, I mean, you can go check out the video, but just as a quick refresher, it's essentially labor costs, which is not just people's salaries, but also their benefits and other added expenses.
Oh, soy doesn't begin to describe it. Soy does not begin to describe it, dude.
Way to represent the month, Dan. At least we know your wife is the beard now.
Wait, why is the wife the beard now? Is it because I have all this gay stuff on stream? Is that what it is? Okay, I'm not going to play the rest of the video because I just don't care. Screw Jason Schreier. I could not care less about his opinion on anything. But I did have to play that for you guys because I just thought it was so significant. All right, no worries, Empress. Can't stand that Jake Baldino fucker. I think he podcasts with. There's a lot of these guys. They just kind of all travel together. Literally sounds exactly... Dude, that was my take on it. The very first second I heard him speak, I'm like, oh my god, he sounds exactly the way I thought he would. Yes, bought and paid for. So apparently from Yorch, the retard torch, Apogee Entertainment is now sporting a Pride Month logo. Yeah, they all do this stupid shit. Terribly, terribly disappointing, especially considering that much of Apogee's fan base consists of fathers. Home of Commander Keen. Oh, Commander Keen, that one takes you way back. Duke Nukem and Raptor has now officially been hijacked by the woke mob. Well, most of these guys have gone woke a long time ago. This dude, Jaron Moore, responded and said, as a gay man who heads up development here at Apogee, well, that explains some stuff. I love that we take this month to celebrate the broad spectrum of differences that make our games what they are. Our queer employees and contractors, yes, we exist. Bring in valuable perspectives to our titles enjoyed by all walks of life. My own father isn't with us anymore, but if he were, I know he'd be incredibly proud of me and what we're doing as a studio. I rest easy knowing plenty of fathers stand in our corner, but hey, hang in there, June will be over in no time. That's Dan's alt account. Fuck Yorch. All the way from one side of this planet to the other. Like, you know, whatever. Add any word you want you to because my brain's too fried to figure anything out at this point. I'm so tired, guys. As a gay man, why can't you just say what you want to say as a man? Everything starts as a gay man. If you're a gay man, you just, yeah. Surprised you're still awake? As am I. Took a shower and everything. I am surprised I'm still awake too. Noir Madcap says, now I understand why Duke Nukem is dead. Of course it is. These are the people running that studio now. Yeah, 1000%. Lugia, he's hurting every time he opens his mouth. Let me give you a brief history on Yorch. Yorch is a retard who doesn't know a thing about game development. And I say all the time, neither I'm not a game developer, but I don't claim to be. Calls himself a game developer because he messes around with AI on Twitter. He's buddy-buddy with John Delarose. They're butt buddies. John Delarose and him were basically like running the whole Fandom Pulse, basically shit show back with John Trent when John Trent was still writing for Fandom Pulse. I don't know where John Trent is now. He dropped off the face of the earth. He stopped writing for Fandom Pulse like a couple months ago. But Yorch has the most retarded takes. Even if he's on your side, the way he presents his arguments is so stupid. He then turned on JDA when JDA attacked a bunch of other people. And he's like, oh no, you need to apologize to this person. I can't work with you anymore. Well, guess what? JDA never apologized to anybody, and Yorch is back sucking his dick. And so Yorch is posting stupid stuff today like, oh, I just discovered this game. And it's like, dude, that's a fucking game that we all covered 2 years ago. You know? Yorch has no ethics. He has no backbone. He has no spine. He has nothing going on. He's a complete, like, loser. Okay? I'm a little bit of a game developer myself then. Yeah. Yeah. So if you ask my opinion, everything he does, every time he opens his mouth, it hurts everybody. Someone needs to interview that guy and give sense to him. No, fuck him. Dude, no, straight up. Like, Yorch made his bed. He can sleep in it with JDA. Like, unironically, the two of them are made for each other. I was in group chats with these guys, with Grums and Veridark and everybody else back in the day. I've seen the way Yorch is behind the scenes. I've seen the way JDA is behind the scenes. He tries to do like this narcissistic power trip, guilt trip. Oh, you need to go apologize to your friends and you need to know who's a grifter. And it's like, dude, fuck you, man. We're talking about some of the biggest narcissists online, okay? So, I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. Yeah, no, Yorch, he has no morals. He has no ethics. Nothing he says is actually being presented in good faith. Is Vera Dark a lesbian? No. And the funny thing about that is I know nothing about Vera personally. She's been totally chill behind the scenes. When I've communicated with her, we're cool. I know nothing about her personal life. I don't want to know about it. But something like the airbagged account always runs is that she's dating some man or married to some man who's like 60 or whatever. I'm like, I don't know where this whole story came from that she's with some guy who's like 35, 40 years older than she is. I have no idea. No clue. Well, Geek, it's not that his takes are even too extreme, which sometimes they are. It's that he's just retarded. He's just retarded. Hey, congratulations, QC. That's awesome, man. That's it. It's just retarded. That's all. So, moving on. I thought this was fitting. I wish she were dating me. Oh, she's pretty. I think Vera's pretty. The freaks online always go, you care about man chin, and look at you, you got a man's chin. It's like, Vera doesn't have a man's chin. Like, come on. Stop attacking her because the way she looks is stupid. I think she's pretty. Like, give me a break. Whatever. A whole lot of people who still don't know me, or who still know me. What are we talking about? Smeg, I'm too tired. I can't. The neurons are no longer like, the synapses aren't firing and all that. Vera, the lesbian twin sister of Vera. Oh my God. You guys got to stop. Anyways, Hideo Kojima with Oscar Isaac. Now, guys, if there are 3 people who I could snap my fingers and instantly remove from the Star Wars universe, Oscar Isaac is on there. And I know a lot of people have Daisy Ridley. I understand. But I'm looking at just the men. Okay. Oscar Isaac, Pedro Pascal, and Diego Luna. And that's not because I hate Hispanic people or Latino people. It's because they all fucking suck and they're all gay. So, did Keela get tired of sucking off Kojima? No, probably not. Probably not. I'm looking at just the men. I'm looking at just the men who are all closeted or not so closeted gay men. Oscar Isaac, guys, I don't care if any of you think he's a good actor. Dude pisses me off. Every time I see his face, I want to punch him. And he's as gay as it can get. Pedro Pascal is exactly the same way. And Diego Luna, as good of a show as Andor and as good of a movie as Rogue One was, Diego Luna is the worst part of it. Terrible actor. He just talks like this with a Hispanic accent. Everything he says is just like this. It's like he has nothing, no range whatsoever. Oh no, Oscar Isaac's not gay. At least not openly. But he was that one that when he was on Moon Knight, in one of the behind the scenes thing, he's like, gay, 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 about the whole don't say gay bill shit. Oh, no. Dude, that's just the way that Diego Luna talks. Everything is super fast and it's just very intense. But it's like, there's nothing there. There's no emotion. He just figures if I talk really quietly and really quickly, I'll look like a good actor. It pisses me off. So yeah, if I could eliminate 3 people from the Star Wars universe, they're my top 3. So, guys, it pisses me off. But going back to Hideo Kojima, an old tweet of his from 2013. This guy might have been based, I hate to use the term, at one point. This old tweet, just so you know, it may look like rainbow flag t-shirts that I'm wearing today, but I am not a gay. Relatable to Berto Luna? No idea. Maybe. He's the dude that's the main character in Rogue One and Andor. And Andor is a show that I really liked, at least the first season of.
You're a
A
gentleman and
random
scholar.
person subscribed. Look at that. Welcome in, random person. But his acting is just so bland. Oscar Isaac pisses me off, and Pedro Pascal is pretty much the worst out of the 3. But I am like, oh my God, I am not a gay. Not a gay. Now, this is one that we might have to stream at some point. I saw Tactical Templar share this and tag Asmongold in it. And says, hey Asmongold, if you want to ruin some awful people's lives, would you please play this on stream? It is backed by Stanford Medical. I played it on stream tonight and it's worse than the UK propaganda game. So you guys all remember the game that created what's-her-face, the purple-haired chick that was the meme going around for a while, right? John Bernthal, current Punisher, is also one who's on camera with a trans flag. Oh, dude, they're all crazy. And the funny thing is, people are like, oh, John Bernthal's awesome as the Punisher, and then they'll see him behind the scenes, like, pretending to shoot guns. It's like, nah, man, this guy is just like that dude off Reacher. You know, I'm a Christian, but I'm liberal, and I'm a Democrat, and I hate Trump. It's like, yeah, Amelia. Yes, exactly. Look at those character designs. Oh, dude, it's even better. So here's the Steam page for it. It's free to play. An educational visual training simulation that follows transgender and gender diverse patients as at a primary care clinic. Step into the role of a new provider as you prescribe and optimize hormone therapy, counsel patients around surgical affirmation, and navigate care considerations for adolescents. It has a whopping 8 user reviews. It doesn't even have a review score because it doesn't have enough reviews. He's a MAGA retard. He's had a lot of takes I don't agree with, dude, to be fair. Alan Richardson. Yeah, Alan Richardson sucks. Dude talks about how he almost offed himself on podcasts. Is that the... Wait, I don't know anything about Tactical Templar, guys. I know nothing about him personally. Oh, Misfit Patriots sucks. I hate Misfit Patriots. Like, straight up, I hate that dude. Yeah. Well, it's not just being a Christian and being liberal. It's being like, okay... What's his face? The dude from Imagine Dragons. We covered this when we were talking about his game a couple weeks ago, that Last Flag, Hold the L. That game, you know, he was inspired to make it because of all his childhood memories of playing Capture the Flag or Tag or whatever it was. But he's got all these like pro-gay, pro-this, pro-that, pro-trans your kid. But I'm still a Mormon. It's like when Chrissy Mayer was interviewing that porn star and she's like, oh, but I'm still a Christian too, guys. It's like, are you though? Oh, that comment was about the Reacher dude? Okay. No, John, you don't have to. It's free. It's a free game. Yeah, full on ACAB. Yeah, exactly. Roseway Clinic. Oh my God. I love this one here on the end. This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite. This is clearly supposed to be a trans man. This one here, I've got no idea. You got the old Hispanic lady here. That's cool. The fat white doctor, and the spunky black young doctor here. Sounds like most Mormons in Utah. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be good. We should play this on Friday, maybe. Maybe we'll do this one Friday. I have no idea how many hours it takes to finish it. It could be a very simple, like, 20-minute game. But, oh my God. This, you know what this looks like? Hang on a second. Because it's from Stanford Medical, this looks more like when you do like a health department test or whatever for like a health card or all that.
We know there is a desire across faculty, learners, and healthcare.
Oh God. Oh God, I take it back. I can't play this. There's no way. Oh yeah, the people celebrating Massey losing. I'm like, you can support Trump and also look at a guy like Thomas Massey losing as a net negative. Like, you can have varying thoughts, like differing thoughts. It's crazy, dude. It's nuts. Number 7 shirt is Erica Ish. Oh my God. Just which actors, be it voice, etc., kept personal shit personal and focused on what their job is. I know we all have different. Yeah, you know, for real. And it's hard because, like I've said before, a lot of times conservatives will be like, oh, this actor's so based. And it's like, okay, but you want actors to stop talking about politics, but then you'll celebrate. Oh my God, this is the one that Serrano sent me. From the Nashville Predators, happy Pride Month, Smashville. And this guy down here says, good to see the child predators being represented this month. Oh my God. That's just... holy shit. Project MK Ultra. Oh, interesting. All right. Game called Gravity Circuit that's free. A real game that looks good. Gravity Circuit? Hang on a second. Let me pull that up then. I'm gonna add this to my wish list. Can you wish list a game that's free? I can't add the game and I can't... That's interesting. Okay, so this is a game that you can neither add to your library nor wish list. Have you ever seen that? Or is it because I'm not logged in? It could be because I'm on the browser here. No, it should still have a prompt for that. Huh. Anyways, what was the game called? It was called Gravity Circuit? Let me see here. Oh, look at that right there. First one that popped up. Sorry. I didn't realize how loud it was. Huh. Well, JG, that's probably true in the case of everybody but Mel Gibson. Oh yeah, no, I know where the volume's supposed to be. I just, it was, I have to keep moving around because everything's just different, you know? This actually looks pretty good. Yeah, this reminds me of Mega Man, yeah. Yeah, he was blacklisted, exactly. Which speaks to your point, I know. Hell, I got a game I gotta grab on Steam, that's awesome. And what's cool is that this isn't like a hundreds of hours kind of game. This is one that I can easily play, get some good background footage for videos, and actually enjoy playing games. That's awesome. It's like Mega Man on steroids. That's awesome. That's crazy. All right, moving on here. Let's see. All right. Oh, Smash JT raid. What? Oh my God. First Cody, then Smash. Y'all, if New Blackstreet raided me, I probably would have just been like, guys, I can't. I'm just gonna go to bed. Smash. Appreciate you, man. I don't know why I'm even still awake. In fact, I'm probably going to get a text message from the wife in about 10 minutes being like, come to bed. Smash, appreciate the hell out of you, man. Thanks for the raid, buddy. I know why you play crappy world games. Can we play games from good devs too? Well, QC, I played freaking... Oh, my God. We played Hell Let Loose Vietnam on Saturday for almost 4 hours. That stream was like 3 hours and 40 minutes or something. Which, to be fair, I think we're going for almost 3 hours now, but my back was killing me by the time we were done with that game on Saturday. That's some good shit, though. Hey, welcome in, Raiders. Yeah, trust me, I know. Dude, playing shitty games is not fun for me, unless it's 1348X Photo. That game, it hit the spot in such a perfect way that I actually enjoyed it while also making fun of it. So, again, to their credit, I will give them that. They made a really shitty game that I actually kind of enjoyed playing. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, no, Smash for sure, dude. I appreciate it. I don't know why I'm still awake. I've gotten through like 2/3 of my tabs I've got brought up here. It's just taking me forever. So before we get into this, I need to pull up my notifications because some asshat, and I understand sarcasm's hard on Twitter, right? But where is this person at? Where is this person? Called me a retard and then wouldn't let me reply. Here, this person here. Okay. Oh, my back. Oh, God, I'm not going to be able to walk tomorrow. Okay. So, Knight's Path has a lot of people pissed off because they just put out this new video of their romanceable character, one of three, Amelie. And it's pissing off all the usual people, all the retards, all the... It's June 1st, it's Pride, right? You know what? You didn't enjoy it? I actually really enjoyed it. I was having a good time. The only problem is the amount of lag on the servers. It was pretty rough. The game itself, as long as the maps are very different from each other, that one map would definitely get way too repetitive. Oh yeah, I'm super hyped for Pride Month, dude. All right, man, have a good night. Appreciate you, dude. Get some sleep. Is this the Miss Sarcasm fella? This is one of them. There are so many of them, dude. There are so many. So, Knight's Path. They have this character. We've all covered and we all talked about all this shit that led up between Ex-Voto and this game all the way to this point now. And this game here is still putting out their images of their characters, their romanceable characters, their armor sets, their weapons. What I want to see is actual gameplay. I want to see a real trailer. I want to see how, the weapon systems, all the upgrade systems are going to work before I'd even be willing to consider the possibility of buying their game, because so far this is all just like PR. It's all just word of mouth. None of this is actually gameplay footage. We're not seeing anything about the game. Cute females is fine, but I need more than that. I need an actual playable, decent game. One user replied, "It seems like you're just trying to make trad wife porn for right-wingers." Developer responded directly that that's just a kind of woman in modest dress and it's not a trad wife porn. It's just a normal human character and that she is also not real, right? We are very inclusive here. Yeah. Yeah, super inclusive. A lot of gay representation in the chat. Oh my God, you guys. Neither La Raza. They're giving me shit. It's just them being asses. I complained to the devs about the giant snail they showed. Told them a more grounded approach would likely suit them better. I mean, I understand they're doing the low fantasy thing, and so for them they go, hey, we're going to have some dragons, we're going to have the giant snails, some things that are from folklore and all that. That's cool, but most of us have heard of dragons. Anybody living outside of Europe probably has never heard of giant snails. Oh, Lugia, I put out a video a couple hours about all this stuff. If you're not super informed on it, it pretty much covers most of it. But yeah, these people are absolutely insane. They're complete lunatics. All right, they're absolutely nuts. So yeah, Dawn Walker is a good example of how to handle pre-release promotion. Absolutely, they're showing some gameplay. They're showing some again, they're doing everything right. Dawn Walker, I hope, is going to be great. I still think Mortal Shell 2 for me is the game, like my game of the last 5 years is going to be Mortal Shell 2. Neverending Story had the racing snail. Oh, fair enough, but Neverending Story was also German, not English. Like literally the entire cast, the entire crew, it was a Wolfgang Petersen movie, and the entire crew was German. So I think a lot of that may have had some German inspiration. I don't know. The sprite is great, yeah. Need some more gameplay from this woman instead of just the woman. This is a red flag. Black Cat, it does worry me. It really does. And if the game looks like shit, these guys won't be getting a dime out of me. But again, we got to wait and see what the game actually looks like, right? So my tweet, when I saw everybody responding, I knew exactly how the responses were going to go. I put in quotation marks, "Oh my God, but why does she have makeup on? So much for," and then in the satire, in the sarcasm font here, "So much for historical accuracy," end quote. Do you know how many retards thought that I was serious? I cannot begin to tell you how many people in the replies were like, "You woke retard, you F this, you this, that." And it's like, I couldn't make it any clearer that this is sarcasm. Like, guys, take one look at my profile. Take one look. Makeup existed back then. I know, trust me, I had 1 million people in the comments telling me that. But for some weird reason, the rest is on me. I know, man. I know. I just can't believe the amount of people who somehow missed that it was sarcasm, to the point where I got people like this here quote tweeting me. This person has 0 followers. I don't know what their deal is. Quote tweeted and said retard, and then only some accounts can reply. What? I made it as obvious as possible. You couldn't even call that rage bait because I made it clear sarcasm. It's just crazy. I guess, you know, slash sorry, but we're not on Reddit. Okay, we're on Twitter. I'm Verandas. I am not an ex-voto apologist. I am an ex-voto, like I'm a slop appreciator or a connoisseur of ex-voto slop. Okay, red lipstick existed during biblical times. Did it? I mean, it might have. I don't know. No, I'm not a historian. I love history, but like when it comes to the actual cosmetics that were available back then, I'm unaware. Read something they put on their lips. That's very vague. So I think the response that they pulled for the Pirate Nation post is this one right here, where this person's like, "Seems like you're just making trad wife porn for right wingers." And they're like, "Where I come from, this is considered normal. A kind woman in a modest dress is not trad wife porn. It's just a normal human character." The guy says, "Bro's projecting his porn addiction. If a normal woman in normal clothes arouses him like this, holy fuck, it can't get funnier than this." He's like, "My guy, there's people in the comments talking about how many kids they want to have with this fictional character, and the devs are encouraging it. Screw your head on." Okay. Can we all agree on something? Men and women thinking about, fantasizing about, daydreaming about having kids. Yes, children are a byproduct of sex. I think we all know that at this point. I don't think that when people watch porn, they're thinking about procreation. They're not thinking about reproduction. They're thinking about fucking, right? If people see a character that's beautiful and they think about wanting to have kids, sure, the sex goes with that. But that is not the same thing as being pornography, right? Having kids is bad if you're a weirdo freak, unless you can, you know, brainwash somebody else's kids. That's it. That's, you know. The account Makagago is from India. It's a bot. Are you serious? Which one? The one that was... Southeast Asia. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. So that's just the level of insanity we're getting. This one here, historical accuracy is less of a dog whistle and more of an air raid siren. I think I put this one on my video. Because here's a game using it as a shitty excuse to exclude characters who are LGBT and or POC and presenting a girl with a completely beat face full of makeup. I mean, guys, I don't know what to tell anybody who's not white, but in Europe in the Dark Ages, 99.9% of Europeans living in the Dark Ages were white, of some white European ethnic conclave of some type. So it's really hard and kind of immersion breaking for anybody playing a fantasy, even like a fictional fantasy medieval RPG, if every third person who's human, not even a different race like they do with like Elder Scrolls and stuff, if all those people running around are Chinese, Mexican, African, whatever, you know, it doesn't make sense. Viking show first season was so good. I didn't watch that one. As much as I love Viking stuff, I didn't watch that one. Who the fuck sees that when seeing animated objects? It's a good question. Yeah, no, it's crazy that you look at it and go, you want to have babies with them. You're porn-brained. I'm pretty sure that having babies is not what people think about when they're looking at porn. Just saying. I'm mad because there's no gay in the game. Now, isn't it funny that they put gay and black together? Well, you don't have gay or black people. Why is that? The first place their brain goes is like POC it's LGBTQIA plus POC, right? Isn't Europe supposed to have white people? Now, they'll say that in response to this, well, this is fictional. Okay, understood. But they're also basing it off of real aesthetics, real environments, real armor sets, real weapon types. They're trying to create the traditional medieval European fantasy, like low fantasy settings, so dragons and whatnot. So again, whether the game is good or not, if the game's dog shit, I'm not going to defend it. You know, there are people who will buy this game and say, "Oh, this game's great," because they've basically cast their line and they're in with this game and they're not willing to look like an ass, and they're gonna go, "No, I was wrong." You know, I'm willing to admit if I'm wrong about a game. If I'm wrong about a game being good, I admit it. It's fine. In this case, though, I'm not gonna have any faith the game is good until I play it. No one says anything about the 5 billion. How the fuck do you pronounce that? Said medieval times. I've seen that word so many times. Let me see. Why do they have to put gay or even black when it's Europe? They don't have to. Well, it's their game. That's the thing, is they don't have to do anything they don't want to. I was suspecting lip color wasn't deliberate, but I don't know. I prefer without. Lipstick versus Lockley. Some has more impact. Only white people were Jewish. Only non-white people were Jewish. They already mixed into the country. Yeah. I don't even want to get into the whole Jewish versus white versus not white. That's a conversation I would no part of. Yeah. So just the same shit we're seeing time and time again from these people. And of course, this guy quote tweeted and said, you guys had your chance to one-up it and you failed. Game companies caught on that you're never happy and they need sales. Again, talk about Xvoto, because you got to remember, Xvoto is the game that tried to use the negative marketing, or I guess the press, around this Knight's Path game and piggyback off of it and try to make their game successful. Didn't work, obviously. Champions of the Ice saying, gonna laugh my ass off when the whimsical knight game that excludes LGBTs and blacks in favor of cute damsels in flower dresses outsells the butch lesbian knight game by several orders of magnitude. Now, again, if Knight's Path comes out and it's decent, and it's not like a complete scam, rip-off asset flip game that's complete dog shit that just tried to rely on, like, you know, the anti-woke movement to build it up, then I think it'll have enough legs to at least sell 10 times more copies than Xvoto. I mean, Xvoto probably sold like, what, 10,000 copies? Maybe. Yeah, 425 all-time peak. It couldn't possibly have sold that many copies. So it shouldn't take much. But the game, if the game sucks, it's basically like, well, all this hype and fanfare for absolutely nothing. Which really, I think, puts a lot of pressure on these dudes. If the devs fuck this up, it's on them entirely. This guy here, Mao, says, for all you dumbasses who want a game aimed at gay people, here's this piece of shit game that no homosexual bought despite all the time it spent promoting itself as an LGBT game, etc., etc. Buy this crap and stop bothering other games into including your dumbass nonsense. Isake, when normal modern guy is transported into a fantasy setting. Oh, okay, gotcha. Isake. I'm gonna have to listen to that one actually pronounced to not completely butcher it. Let me see here. What else? Oh, here's a good one. I understand people are mad about this for other reasons, but this tweet has a really weird vibe to me, like the devs are a little too emotionally invested in their romance option character. Well, I don't understand that. So the original post says, where is it at here? Let's go with this one. Meet Emily, beekeeper, herbalist, and healer with a soul and voice sweeter than the healing honey she makes. 1 of 3 romance options in the Knight's Path. These people are really fucking weird, deranged. Like, that's your complaint? The tweet has a really weird vibe, like the devs are too emotionally invested in their romance option. Don't you want the devs to care? If it's going to be significant or matter to the game at all, don't you actually want them to care about it? I mean, like, come on. Izikai? Izikai? Now, you guys are all doing it different. Isakai? Y'all are fucking me up here. If they were really emotionally invested in their gay character, they'd be totally fine with it. Oh yeah, dude, for real. You'd have Kenneth Shepard over at Kotaku. He'd be jizzing himself just writing about it. You got this one here. Straight men. I forgot to include this one in my video. I think I lost the tab for this one. Straight men are the most boring human beings on earth, blocking out the names because indie is indie, even when it's slop. But oh my god, I'm so tired. Medieval Night Game, by the way. What are they even talking about? I don't know what they're even talking about. They're referencing something that I don't even see. Knight's Path says what's wrong, and they don't even respond. Nothing, he just hates straight men. Oh my god. Oh, then you got these people. Besides that, you stated your game is historically accurate, yet your female character has bangs and Instagram face. I love the Instagram face thing. I love the Instagram face. It's like, you think a normal, attractive woman can't possibly exist. Most of these people probably look like fucking, I can't even imagine.
Scared when I see things like this? The attachment to polygons as if they are real? Or am I too old?
Oh my god, Smeg, we're both too old, man. I get it though. I get it. I understand some people are really into the story and the romance options in their game. For me personally, I couldn't care less. Like, here's the thing. Part of the reason I don't like the James Bond game, the way it looks, too much fist fighting. Let me kill somebody. I just want to fucking kill somebody in a game. I'm tired of all the, oh, I'm going to hit his head into a wall 5 times, no blood, and he doesn't die. No. Sorry. In the same way, I don't really care about romance options in game. Dialogue, story, that's all good. I'm cool with that as long as the backstory is awesome and intriguing and the cutscenes don't take too long. Let me get back to the action. But like, I don't care about romance options in game. I really don't. Say, I sock these nuts? Is that what it is? Too old. They really want to insist on historical accuracy when they were talking about armor. Does he mean without prolapse? Oh my god. Wait till these people discover the PS triangle boobs. Right. Thanks for the 5, Smeg. Appreciate you. Let's one more time for Smeg.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
I think that's the first D's nuts we've had in quite a while. Appreciate you, Tekla. Who's the wrestler? No, man. Sam Hyde. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta learn the lore of Sam Hyde. Now, this one I saw really pissed me off. This person quote tweeted the he/him retard talking about how straight men are boring, and then says, "Hey Kojima, can I copy your homework? I guess just don't make it too obvious." Now, this person self-admittedly is called terminally online leftist. Okay, so that should tell you all you need to know. Somehow thinking that these are the same character. I mean, what the fuck? The eyes are completely different. The hair is completely different. Mouth is completely different. The nose, I can see maybe one similarity in almost the width or shape of the nostrils, but the bridge of the nose is completely different. Sam's a famous black wrestler. Oh my god. They look completely different. That's her mom, maybe? Yeah, maybe you could say that they're relatives or something. Yes, Sam Hyde, the ghost of Kiev. Yes, exactly. Dude, you gotta. I'm sorry. There's no place to start for Sam Hyde. You just really have to like dive in head first. The one is a mother, and the other's ready to be married. Not gonna lie, I like hot moms, but that's a whole different story. They got some balls to post this at June 1st. Be ready to fight the Horde. Oh my god. Yeah, this was the porn post here. A kind woman in a modest dress is the most trad wife porn thing you could have said. And the craziest part is nobody ever has a good rebuttal for them. Ever. Nice Path actually takes the time on Twitter to respond to these people, and they never have a good response. Ever. Permaban says, how is this porn? I swear some people really enjoy changing the meaning of words until they become so nonsensical just to push their opinions. And that describes 99% of my Twitter interactions. I'm not even going to lie. Porn brain just means potentially attractive to men, and that is all it has ever meant. This is why things called porn brain only have one thing in common, and it isn't video games, type of women, style of clothing, level of modesty, etc. It means men might like it. Oh my god, I'm going to save this one. Dude, I got it bookmarked. This right here. I'm gonna screenshot this one, and anytime I see somebody using the word porn brained, I'm gonna use that. That's crazy. Yeah, Light Revelation, you're not wrong about that exactly. The iDubbbz troll, is that where Sam Hyde really got started? All white bitches look the same apparently. Oh my god. Leftists will scream, if you think the woman on the left is more attractive than the woman on the right, you're just racist, and then wonder why nobody buys their products and everyone's becoming more racist. Oh my god, Deborah Wilson. I tweeted out yesterday, Deborah Wilson is to video games what Pedro Pascal is to movies. And I think, honestly, while it may not be my biggest, banger of a tweet, I think it's my most accurate tweet I've ever put out. The one on the right looks like a... Look, it's not because she's black, it's because she's terrifying. Like, come on. Wait. No dislikes on the stream? Come on, guys. Although only 45 likes, we suck at this. Y'all, I gotta get better at the whole telling people to like and subscribe shit. My god, I'm terrible at that. All right, so Deb looks like a woman you see in LA. Yeah, on the street. 46 now. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you guys, I understand how it is. I don't badger you guys about that shit. I don't care. I really don't. All right. So let us redirect you guys over to Empress's stream. She should be going right now. She's live on 2 channels. I'm going to send it over to her 40K Empress channel, I think. So once the stream ends, if you guys want to hang out with Empress, she's playing some games. It looks like a Warhammer game. Dude, I think we're all tired of seeing Deborah in games. Like, unironically, for real. She used to be funny, hot too, at being a Hollywood 2 does. It is interesting. She actually has the look of somebody that if she didn't live such a hard life, and she wasn't bald and bug-eyed like a bug, she probably would be pretty. Like, not even gonna lie. I could see that. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And obviously, those years in Hollywood have not been kind. And the other thing, too, it's not just about that. It's the reality that most people don't want to see recognizable faces in video games. I mean, there's a certain point in movies. Can anybody see Tom Holland in a movie and not think he's Spider-Man? Of course, they're going to think Spider-Man every time they see him. There's a certain aspect to that with actors anymore where basically it's hard to separate them from specific roles. And with voice actors, I don't understand why they always use like the motion capture and use their likeness. I'm sick and tired of seeing recognizable faces in video games. Like, give me original characters. Give me something that you had to take your time to create. You know? It's a closed circle of idiot voice actors and regular actors, 100%. Yeah, Oblivion, I'm getting out of here. I need some sleep, man. She's in a lot of... Dude, she's in so many things, Io. She is in so many freaking games. It's crazy. All right, guys. This was a fun night. Great turnout. Massive shout out to Camelot and Smash for the raids. Thank all of you guys for hanging. The super chats, the memberships, Smeg and Lugia and Angels and all the rest of you guys. Plix and I can't remember who else super chatted. You guys have all been awesome. Appreciate everybody who's been here. I'm going to get some sleep. Should be back on Wednesday. I think... my son's got a baseball game Wednesday. I've got a softball game Thursday. My son has a baseball game Friday. I got to manage that one. I don't know. Wednesday should happen, and if not, Friday for sure should happen. So, you guys have fun. Like I said, if you're going to be up, you can go hang out with Empress. And in the meantime, guys, just take it easy. Be safe. Catch you guys later. Have a good night. And no, I'm not gay. Maybe a little. Just keep it between us.